Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to ACCM against the Polaris series, a best of 7 hidden pick civilization. Let's take a look. Whoops! That's a right overlay. Okay, and let's see. We have tips that I personally didn't expect. Normally you see Chinese, maybe Indians on Bedouins, but ACCM is playing the Aztecs. Is already behind 3 villagers compared to the Mayan player. So I don't want to know how far behind ACCM would have been if you played against the Chinese, for example. So Polaris series, as most of you know, so many series, we will have 7 games. The minimum actually 5 games here. So even if it's 4-0, we will play game number 4. If we're not picking Spanish, Smurf confirmed. Well, it isn't a team game, but yeah, Spanish not too bad here. But Vivi already playing full Chinese style and walling the whole map. Wait, isn't it HappyHappy, not Vivi? CL. It's actually HappyHappy, right? Vivi is 5CM. Ah. Okay, then I probably was confused here. Let me check that. Oh, okay. Well, that's obviously tricky then. Happy. Oh god, my typing. Happy. That makes a bit more sense maybe. Okay. Yeah, I was just so hyped because I thought Vivi won the vote when they had Vivi winning last Polaris series and ACCM then beating Vivi in the KOGD, and therefore I thought they would play against each other, but obviously I confused something, and now HappyHappy, who is CL, is yeah, just going for FC Plumed Archers as it seems. 3 on gold. Already sending villagers from stone. On the other side, ACCM looks like a fast castle build as well. And that could be, yeah, him going into monks. We will see. Ah. Oh, aggressive barracks even. That's something a bit surprising to me. If you monk rush, you don't really need that. So, seems like he wants to go for Eagle Warriors here. And Eagle Warriors against a guy who's completely walled will have a defensive castle and plumed archers potentially. Could get into a tricky situation. HappyHappy must be the most walling player alive. He put the rest in China to shame and leave stuck in awe. Well, he played incredible against Livery there. It took actually 2 maps with his huge amount of walling, right? Have you seen Viper against Beans? That was sick. Yeah, most of it. So we have the blacksmith, the market. Blacksmith is being built over here. So ACCM with the pretty standard build up. I'm still surprised that he already built the barracks, but I can see the reasoning. CL walling this front with the market. Only now going for loom. That's interesting for a Mayan player. And I'm still lacking the blacksmith here. Oh, he was lacking wood as it seems. Only having 5 villagers on wood. And that means his timing will be, well, I would say roughly 15 seconds later. But he will be ahead by a solid 4-5 villagers here. Let's take a look at the amount of villagers on gold. That's the most important thing. 6 here. Project Belgium, thank you so much for the host. By the way, if you love long streams, then you could switch over to MBL, who's just started, or like actually, he just didn't just start, but I think he should be in like the 16th hour or something in his 24-hour stream. Not really sure what he has in store for us, except playing, but yeah, check that out as well. And yeah, the difference wasn't actually that big. CL seems to only have built 1 more villager, so idle to CC a bit and then went onto the wall. And yeah, that looks pretty tight so far. How is HappyHappy leading with 5 villagers? Well, he is a bit behind, look at that. So with his top timing, so it's not 4 but 3. And yeah, that's mainly because of the Mayans bonus. You build your TC faster, you gather resources faster because you have 1 more villager. And that's a big problem with Aztecs. And now he continues with aggression. This seems siege workshop to be coming out. How many villagers does he have on wood? He increased that amount to up to 8 now. And let's take a look at the stone amount of CL. Already has enough to build a castle. Soon has enough to even build an extra TC in addition. It's completely walled, still scouting quite a bit. Has very little intel of the map of ACCM, and ACCM on the other side, already very active with all his sheep, and knows that he's facing lots of walls, but only 1 barrack so far. Yeah, I didn't want to take away from MBL that he just started. I know I just started the sentence wrong there. Trust me guys, even 24 hours is extremely exhausting, and yeah, it needs a lot of preparation and a lot of will. So, tower placement, what is that tower? Is he? That's just stupid. Oh god, ACCM, what is he thinking? Yeah, he's building this. That tower will never go up. Losing 1 villager here, okay. Forcing at least something, but that's just a waste of stone here by ACCM. I'm really shocked that he thought that he could get this up. Now losing the mangonel. That was complete misjudgment. Did you think that CL was only building this castle with 2 villagers here? Now sending them even back on stone. That's surprising to me. And that's a beautiful start so far for HappyHappy here. So what's ACM's next plan? Still only 1 TC. Oh, he's actually building another one. He deleted the tower. Okay, now going for Eagle Warriors, but without any upgrades. That won't do much. Villagers around for CL. On the other side, he's completely stonewalled. Ha! Looks pretty solid for CL. He already has +2/+1 attack here against Eagle Warriors without a single upgrade. Actually, Eagle Scouts, soon to be Eagle Warriors. Still confusing them. I should always just call them Eagles, no matter what state they're in. Overfished here. And those plumed archers are running into the GC. It's 1 volley off, but that's it. The warriors now running back home. And yeah, squires, beautiful upgrade if you want to chase down those. Oh, this time he's getting that villager. Yeah, he is. Okay, if you want to chase down those plumed archers. Serial killer eagles? Are eagles drunk eagles? Are eagles? Yeah. Aren't we all a bit eagle? Oh, let's take a look. Oh god, I see. I'm not even going for a ground attack there. That's surprising, and yeah. Get some kills off. KD now 4-1. The only loss was that 1 villager against the Mangonel. On the other side we have probably 3 villagers going down. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 and the Mangonel in exchange. Now some more damage dealt here by the TC. The warriors are chasing, but a new group of plumes are coming around. And they will easily snag that 1 villager. Mangonel defense is real. Villager count 3 more for HappyHappy, and I believe he's playing this. Oh, getting some sweet kills off here. 2 villager kills. Plumed archers aren't getting hit. Let's take a look. Trying to go for some damage against the villager, and now plumed archer micro. Well, gets a lot of damage done against those plumes. Surprising to me. Let's take a look. Can he get a bigger shot off? No, he's just retreating. And actually builds a scorpion here. Obviously Skirming not doing the same amount of damage as the Mangonel, but the shots hit way more often, especially if he's fighting a guy who can micro quite well, and that's something that HappyHappy can absolutely do if he's watching, and yes he is. Ooh, overextension over here, but got another nice shot off, and suddenly HappyHappy and ACCM killing quite a lot of villagers off their respective opponents here, and yeah. 3 minutes passed, and they're still at the same amount of villages. Military count 16 already for ACL. It's now trying to go for some micro, wants to get another villager, and it seems like some shots missed there. That was a bit surprising. She didn't get the villager kill. Now retreating with the Mangonel. That sheep freaks me out. Oh, and those eagles will get at least some hits off. At least that's what I thought, but not a single damage dealt so far. And now they're stuck there, and well, that's a beautiful positioning here for HappyHappy. And yeah, because we still don't have a defensive upgrade, though Dutchess actually doing quite a reasonable damage. And another group of plumes is coming over. Now 2 TCs still for CL, and that looks like he is trying to expand to a 3rd TC even. Yes. And some villagers still on stone, and that is ugly. And I still question ACM's civilization choice here, and he is resigning after such a weird failed attack. And I didn't like the civ choices too much. I believe HappyHappy played it so much better there, walling, and yeah, it seems like ACM thought, okay, I need to do the damage now, and with the tower there, that was a total screw up. The Mangonels didn't get the kills, and then Eagle Warriors against the wall. Only the Mangonel got kills off the Eagle Warriors, very little. KD 21-9, and that was an unspectacular game, I have to say. Achievements. Yeah, KD, as we said, brutal, and Eagle was quite a bit better for HappyHappy here as well. The timing for ACM a bit better, but the Eagle was on the side of CL there, and in the end, 7 villagers ahead. Probably not a game that I will remember in the future. Next map is the home map of ACCM, which is Bog Islands. And the home map of HappyHappy is Nomad. And we will jump into game number 2 and 3 pretty shortly. Think about Bog Island. I would be surprised if HappyHappy has a lot of practice on that map, especially like the civ picks. We will see. Unimpressed nearly. So what are good civs on Bog Island? Probably Italian still. Some like Japanese. I believe Vikings are bad, although some like to switch onto Vikings there. It's interesting for sure. Hey Pumuckle. Unimpressed nearly. Well, seriously, like Aztecs on Bedouins? Why? Why? I don't get it. Did you maybe think it was another map? Unlikely. No. I think ACM knows it, but sometimes has crazy ideas, as it seems. Delay down to 32 seconds, and Robo is in the house as well. Robo, isn't it time to sleep for you? It's late, right? I believe it should be. So, I'm pretty sure HappyHappy has a favorite civilization. Ah, you never sleep on weekends. Oh, I forgot. Okay. Then, let's see. Italians, kind of what we were expecting here. And on the other side, we have CL going for Mayans. And I don't think Mayans are too bad. It's pretty sweet because you kind of have limited resources on your starting island here. So that, yeah, if you can increase more than 400 food out of those rhinos, that's pretty sweet for you. But overall, I feel like the bonuses of the Italians so much better. Cheaper fishing ship, getting onto the ages faster, cheaper dock tax. It's just so well designed civilization for this specific map. Deep fish, obviously not that great on this map, but it seems like ACCM a bit more fortunate. And yeah, Paladin going for the strategic advice here, it seems. Nice defensive wood for ACCM. Not too great to wall it off, at least to the right hand side. Left hand side looks reasonable. Gold is very open, but could go for that one. And maybe if it just goes for the big walls over here, it just makes sense to go for that defensive gold and the defensive wood. A bit of a misplaced lumber camp, if you ask me. Would have loved to see it one tile further to the right in here. You'll shot it to those trees as well. Well, that's a tough decision sometimes, and sometimes you can't really see it. What is sleep? I heard legends about it. That's what weak people are doing. But I'm not a big fan of it. Neither is Robo as it seems, and that's a lot of villagers on the Rhino. Kara going for the pyramid, but denied between layer 3 and 4. And that's a bit weird. What is this villager of CL doing? Just building a random house. And that looks pretty much like an FC, if you ask me. He won't really build a dock early on. And, is he maybe going for plumes? I believe it's not a viable option on this map. Well, he could get a castle up here, protect some of his wood, gold and stone. But, let's see. Yeah, I'm curious how he's playing this out. And on the other side, we have the pretty standard build up here. Aggressive dock by ACCM. We'll have a lot of map control early on. Only got one rhino though. Second rhino in for CL, and now, ooh, the quick walls here, but the lot of ACCM isn't going into the TC. Was aware of the situation here. And a lot of nearly highs in the chat. Welcome everyone. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. And now the dog. Nice position to wall off this frontier, but honestly won't have the greatest fish around. And let's take a look what he scouted. He scouted very little of the map. Look at that. And as if he didn't know that there are extra water buffaloes at the site. So you really want to scout more of the map to get those. Helps your FC so much more. So 150 food per water buffalo plus the Malian bonus. And now he's going heavily onto villagers on wood. I'm not sure anymore what his plan is. You don't really need a third rhino if you just play feudal age aggression. And he's that far ahead when it comes to villagers. Or did ACCM not loom? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And he will click up now. I believe he didn't need that that buffalo there. That will be a lot of bad food still in the TC after I clicked up. Look at that, 540, and we still have over 100, over 200, or roughly 200 left in the TC. And 140, yeah. Obviously didn't know that he could tag so much cheaper, or didn't think about it at that time. Oh, and the scout scaring away the fishing ship, and actually luring the fishing ship into the deep fish. That's pretty unfortunate for ACM, who's now up and trying to go for another lumber camp over here. Pretty open, not 100% sure if I like that against this Mayan player here. Not a big problem though, who is now going for stone and gold. So that will be plumed archers indeed. I personally believe that's a strategy that should not work, but let's see if ACM can punish Mr. HappyHappy here. As much as I would love to see him do it. Ooh. That's a big problem. I'm not sure if he has enough food, honestly. CL. Look at that, 40 food and only 2 water buffaloes left. He will need to buy food. Just think about it, he forgot about that buffalo. So he only gets like 2 or like 300 food extra. So he's at 370. We'll get some out of this deep fish. That puts him to maybe 500. Now he's building a mill over here. That puts him to 700. So he needs to buy at least 100 food if he gets all this food instantly. Think about it, if he got like 2 more water buffaloes, which should have been easy for him, then he could have clicked up. So poor map awareness, and obviously forgetting about that buffalo kind of hurts as well. And now a lot of food is rotting here as well, that he only sent 3 on the buffalo in the middle. That buffalo's stuck. Oh, that makes a lot of sense then. Yeah, okay. I will take that back. Yeah. Okay, nice observation there by Mr. Numino himself in the chat. Not the greatest mining camp, would have loved to see him cut that tree or go for that gold. And yeah, double dock. Now the galleys here at the front, and that's the end of the dream of getting enough food here for CL. And look at that, he already needed to start the farm production only at 300 food. That's a screw up if I've ever seen one. An FC without food. Now getting the blacksmith and getting the market, not really walling off here. I think the skellies can still squeeze through here. And ACM scouts the strategy. Now chasing that down, is going for the dock. Needs to switch onto galleys now. And he's actually queuing up more villagers. That will be horrible for CL. He really needs to rely on getting up to castle age quite nice and early. Oh, that eagle. Somewhat annoying, but not enough. And yeah, ACM showing the hole here to Mr. CL. Ooh, villager fighting off the scouts. And now let's see the big market usage. Did he get a fishing ship? No, he did not. All good. And ACM, I believe he needs to switch. Okay, buying 400 food, no more gold left. Now needs to sell some stone. Let's take a look at the prices here a bit. So he bought food twice, now selling stone twice, buying food 1 time. I believe he needs to sell another wood or stone and then click up. Okay, sold stone and wood. But now just waiting for the food, it seems. Trying to gather that, trying to drop, and now finally up. Whoa, that was a shaky feudal age for him. ACM, is he sending villagers forward? Not really. Oh, he's going for a demo. Oh, and he is sending a villager. Oh no, he's just trying to stonewall. Huh, interesting. I still think he should have gone for more galleys. What does he see? Like, he could break through here, put some galleys over here. I don't like how ACM is playing this and how little he is really profiting from his complete map control at the moment. That's not walled against ships, but well, that won't be important. Okay, he's taking care that CL isn't expanding, but CL will get his castle up for sure. Still hate, and I can't say it often enough as it seems, that he's not building galleys. Just think about 2 to 3 galleys here. He needs to build a tower. Breaking through here, 2 3 galleys here. He needs to build another tower or some stone walls behind here. But yeah, ACM simply not doing the damage that he could have. ACM now going for the town walls, walling all this area, trying to wall over here. And yeah, looks like he will be safe in time. And even then, those plumed archers when running around. Oh, killing a poor water buffalo. Those plumed archers when running around should get a lot of damage against those fire galleys. ACM should buy 200 food and then click up as well. I'm going for barracks now and a very hectic wall. Is he trying to get in there? Okay, that's a lot of damage against all those palisades. Now he's getting in quite nice and easy here. But yeah, as I said, roughly 5 times now. Those fire galleys won't do much with their 1 range. Think about a galley with 6 range, what it could do. And he just continues to build fire galleys. Yeah, he will get the kill against the eagle. That's sweet. And for now, perfect game by him. 5-0 stats. And well, he's blocking that gold. That's sweet. But Mayans got so much more gold left here. Not really the big problem. And that's something that shouldn't happen. That CL is able to expand here. But yeah. It would be tough to get denied. Oh, CL. Actually building another dock. That's a bit surprising to me. Not 100% sure what he will be trying to go for. Because, like, fires against fires is not really an option. And I don't expect him to really take to fire ship. Oh, those walls are late. How? Oh, those need to finish. And is that still open? That would be so bad. What are they doing? Oh, trying to find a sneak, and yeah, it's open here. How is ACM screwing this up? This was open, this still is open. Yeah, he has some fire galleys at home to deal with that, so that's not a big problem, but they can just camp over here. Quite a bit of damage, but oh boy, ACM! I'm really disappointed by how he's playing this so far. Okay, now going for the stable. It shouldn't be the big problem then. Already damaging those plumed archers. Couldn't finish those walls. Bit unfortunate for him. And yeah, the fire galley zoning out all this area. I believe the plumed archers won't do much here. Now fire galley against fire galley. ACM is upgrading. The villager still not getting that wall up. Now he finally is. More raft running around and gets probably the clear up against those 2 plumes. Yes, indeed. And yeah, some archers, somewhat damage here, and the knight should clear that up. TC now 2 villagers ahead is, well, without a defense upgrade, isn't doing too much. Maybe should have waited for a second knight here, or should have gone for the defense upgrade. 3 villagers ahead is ACM. Okay, those plumes are getting cleared up, and the knight is chasing down the plumes, going for the +1 defense, and okay, finally, some good things going on for ACM. And if we think about it in the long run, he is walled, so he won't get much more damage against the plumed archers. And he has a lot of water control. So if he just keeps on producing water, keeps on having his map control, he's somewhat fine. More villager advantage. And yeah, I think HappyHappy shouldn't go for more plumed archers here. Oh, they aren't doing a lot of damage. Oof, putting the gate here. That's super risky. Okay. I won't get punished for it. 4 villagers is the advantage at the moment. Now building a monastery defensively, trying to scare away those fire ship. And those fire ship are needed. And he's sending his back ones forward again. And yeah, he still has a solid army advantage here. Let's take a look. He has 15 warships on the map, so that's pretty sweet. Scout around here, 1 fire ship here, and I think he should take reasonable engagements. Focusing on the fire ship first, and then he can start to raid on the woodline here as well. Now going for fletching. Would love to see the +1 defense upgrade for him as well. And yeah, just trying to focus, do the guaranteed damage. Something that he's doing over here. If he gets those houses, opens another tech pass, and CL is GGing this. Guys, I'm not a big fan of this series so far. Maybe things all around, and weird civ choices, weird strategy choices, tactical mistakes. And I can't say, oh, it's very early on in the day, because they are both from Asia. They should be awake. Okay, let's see. ACCM got all the kills done at the start, and obviously had a better ego here by quite a margin. Perfect play by ACCM. Well, CL just had a worse play, I would say. And that's not what I'm used to see at the Polaris series. Next map will be the home map of HappyHappy. Will be Nomad, then we have Arena, and then we have the viewer vote. I will get you the link when we get to that phase. It's really a question. If those games keep being that underwhelming, we should put those series on YouTube or not. It's not easy to say, because obviously I love to put a lot of content on there, but on the other side, I want to put in content where I'm casting the best that I can, but the game's just still lame. Well, we will see. Yeah, if the Viper wins 5-0 against Lyria, I won't upload it either. Kappa. Okay, then let's jump into the Nomad game here. And we have... no, Mirror Civilization again. We have ACCM playing with the Persians here. As, well, close stone, which isn't too important. 2 deer. And... yeah, normal woodline. We're playing the normal Nomad. Gold, left hand side to... boars, a bit further away. Some more deer and... no, it's the Water Kingdoms Nomad. Yeah, that makes a bit more sense. On the other side, HappyHappy with a way better map. And yeah, 2 boars basically in his TC, a patch of deer, gold a bit closer by, has more sheep, and already exploring quite a bit of the map here. If we compare this ACCM, what he sees, a very, very small area. On the other side, we have CL already with a lot of map vision here, and 5 scouting sheep, even sending a villager around, and that looks pretty sweet for him so far. And the early dog for ACCM, not the greatest one ever. Yes, good deep fish for now, but yeah, obviously in the long run you would have loved to see him docking in the right hand side corner, but he can redock, no problemo. Let's see how CL will play this out and where he will dock. And a villager around, trying to get a lot of map control and a lot of vision here. All makes sense, trying to find some more sheep, and I'm not sure if he knows where ACCM is. But for now, doing a beautiful job of, look at that, all the sheep are moving at all times. And pretty sweet. Oh, that's a bit of double scouting here. But probably tries to find some more boars. Or maybe some deer. Another double deer patch here to the left hand side. So we have to say, CL a bit more fortunate with the map generation. And I personally think, Nomad, not really a map where we, yeah, see even starting conditions too often, and therefore I feel not really the best map for a competitive Age of Empires game. But yeah, especially Chinese people love this map, and Chinese sponsors especially. So that's why we will see it in so many different tournaments. And yeah, luckily we're getting more and more rid of land nomad, which in 1v1 is obviously horrible, and in team games I believe not the most entertaining either. That's a beautiful scout again, and yeah, will be a solid dock here by CL for sure. Remember guys, $50 on the line here. I believe HappyHappy was the winner of the last series, so that's only his first title defense, and we are far away from the 5 series run. I believe Yo made it 5 wins in a row. Tato, I believe, made 4 and then got stopped. So he only got $50 4 times and no additional money for him in the last one. ACCM. Let's take a look at his map, because he's still trying to find some food. Oh, did find those 2 boars to the left hand side, so that's good for him. Absolutely needs those to get up and play a reasonable Dark Age here. Transition into Feudal Age, now building another fishing ship and scouts. Okay, another deep fish here, and won't be too unhappy with how the fish looks for now. Still trying to continue with his villager to scout, and CL obviously with his 6 villagers at the start find so many more sheep, and therefore yeah, doesn't need to take a villager into the scouting, but can keep him at home and let the sheep do the work. Sending the villager nice and early. Where is she going? What is that? Was a weird. Thanks HD. Yeah. Now sending him over, or her over. But that's a long distance. 2 fishing ship over here for CL. And overall population is pretty even. CL, well, he's now ahead by a bit. And the big question is, what will he play? Oh, even finding another boar over here at the left hand side. A boar that I didn't see. Or was it the second one? So, mystery to be solved. I believe. Oh no, I can see 2. So that's the third one, yeah. And yeah, ACM is getting that one home. All looks pretty solid so far here, and that villager probably will build another dock, and then he has a pretty smooth transition. And I feel like ACM should probably play this FC and just hope that he isn't getting, or needs to defend. He has a nice defensive stone, nice defensive wood, so he could defend against some forwards. And I believe, oh god, please build a dock here. Oh, he's going back home. That's bad. Oh, he needs a second building. That's a problem. And interesting that he isn't going for the lumber camp. Very interesting to me. He's going for 2 shorefish. And yeah, his goal is very exposed. That's a big problem. Let's see how it plays this out. And after this villager, he will click up to feudal age. Will be quite a bit later than Mr. CL. Let's take a look at what he is trying to go for. 200 food. Now 5 villagers on gold. That looks a bit like archers to me. Or is he building a second dock? Yes, he is. So it is going to be fire galleys. So he's really going heavily onto what those villagers doing. Oh, trying to go for the gold, obviously. And yeah, that could be pretty brutal for ACM here. He is a solid minute behind CL here. So CL, with his map vision, knows that ACM is going for the water at the top. And that's a pretty good waypoint here. He can do a lot of damage against all those sweet unprotected fishing ships. Queuing up some villagers, queuing up 1 galley, queuing up a second galley, and that's another good waypoint. So he will indeed find ACM's fish completely, who is still only on 1. Start the game already. So only on 1 dog and has a nice amount of resources to click up, but if he loses his fish, this will get ugly. Looks like an FC with a very weak eco to me. Let's see if that works out. Feels like ACM's map is too good to just go for some quick walls. And I'm not sure what those villagers are doing. Already building the market. I feel his map is way too tight. And the knights, if ACM is going for knights, won't do much. And yeah, at the moment it looks like that's absolutely an option. Send another villager to the front. Where is the blacksmith? Missing that one. He focuses on building a fire galley first, but CL is rushing this 1 dock, even if it's Persian, won't really fight off against 2 of the Chinese player here. Will lose, I would say, at least 2 fishing ships before he can clear up that one, and now going for town watch, trying to rush out the blacksmiths, and that will be pretty ugly for him. Very little food income in at the moment. Look at that. Might even need to go into farming, and the eco will be so much better for CL. Needs to drop some food. Needs to micro that off. 1 fishing ship down. Soon to be a second one. I see I'm trying to defend. CL trying to drip bait, and now trying to send more galleys in, and at least a demo, maybe that one can help. I see I'm trying to defend the right hand side here. Oh, that's ugly. And CL, look at that, he's even clicking up before ACM. That's just so brutal. And he's getting all the kills done. Look at that, 4-0. Yeah, that will be 1 win for ACM, but losing all his fish at the same time. Still 5 fishing ship for CL working, and that looks way too solid here for CL, who's now going for a stable as well, so probably will be able to build some camels himself. And this looks pretty good for CL here on his home map. So it seems like both players a bit more experienced there, or a bit better decision making, at least this time. On their own home maps. Let's take a look. The demo ship, can we get some damage done here? Looks like no for now. It's a micro back a bit if you ask me. And will be a close fight. Seems like CL is winning this one. And that's ugly with only 7 HP. At the same time, what are they going for? Don't see ACM doing the damage. He's 6 minutes just behind. Fishing ship count is 4 idle to 5 working. CL trying to find more damage, but at the moment he can't. If ACM wins the series, should we call him the frantic killer? Well, I wouldn't mind that. Take a look. We see a knight and a monastery, and CL already building the scouts, trying to get some intel. Monastery still going up for ACCM. Kind of active, running around. Okay, 4 fishing ships, so that's okay now, but CL will send more over. Scouts trying to run around. Let's take a look. Where are the low HP villagers? All close to the TC at the farms here. So that makes sense. Camel and knight. Camel to defend, knight to attack, but CL is going for the monastery as well. Unlikely that we will see a lot of damage being dealt via the land. CL going for a defensive castle, has a monastery out, and yeah, ACM very clumped up with all his resources, walled in his gold, and yeah, it's super safe here as well. We call Tim and Vivian happy in Polaris. Oh, so Vivi against ACM already happened. That makes sense. I just learned that Persians get up to the next age earlier, faster. Well, they have a faster working TC starting from feudal age. So yeah, they do. Persians are, I believe, an undervalued civilization. But that's just me. One hit and getting away. That's so much damage there. Scout against Monk. Ridiculous. Oh! A convert. Interesting. And let's take a look. Second scout is coming in. Could snipe that Monk. We'll get that one for sure. Could maybe focus on the farm and then run. But no, he's just running directly. TC here. Couldn't build anywhere here in the valleys. Ugly spot for him. Monk now should get a convert against the camel if ACM isn't reacting in time, and at the moment it feels like he is not. And yeah, military count now 8-8. Water control still on the side of Mr. CL here. Although that being said, ACM quite active here on that side as well, and is getting some kills against the fishing ship as well. Villager count 7 ahead. So is Mr. HappyHappy. Interesting mining camp. Would love to see it a bit differently. Yeah, Persian Malians only civ that get instant fishing ship in Warlord Kingdoms without having to gather wood. Yeah, that's true. And that's why a lot of people feel like, oops, that camel needs to go over. Should be fine. Oh, did he get the monk? He got the monk? Sick. Okay, that's another mistake by ACM then. And a lot of people say Malians are the best civilization now on Nomad, so I'm a bit surprised that we didn't see Malians as a pick. That's weird to see. Couldn't decide if you wanted to go for stone or for wood, and therefore build it kind of in the middle. Doesn't really make sense. Build it here, build one mining camp, or build it here and build one lumber camp. But that's just inefficient twice. What's a robo? Oh. Chinga Nebularia. Who is that? Oh, double convert here against villagers. That's something we don't see too often. And against the knight. Oh boy, that's pretty efficient. And now the Mayans, and remember, Persians don't have redemption. So that would be ugly for him. And oh, ACM in a world of trouble here. And getting more villager kills here. Knights are coming over. Let's take a look. Can he snipe down more of those? Now trying to go for the kills. Only one. Can maybe get the conversions done. And yes, he can. But reconversions are running already on the other side as well. Although this knight is probably not getting converted. But Mangalos should get repaired, and CL's that's a beautiful position, denying that you see. And ACM at the moment, military count is 7, and that's only 2 on land for him. And GG, another quick game, guys. This could be one of the fastest best of 7 series that I will ever cast. We are not even 1 hour into actual game time, and or like not an hour in after the game started. And yeah, we already finished 3 games. Robo waiting for his gift. What is ACM doing? Well, he didn't have as good as the resources, and then took a risk playing FC and not really defend his land. And CL just had solid fish, solid food to go up, and yeah, found the fish instantly, then had the perfect counter against the knights. So surprised that we didn't see Malians. They seem to be so incredibly strong at the moment. There's so many different bonuses, it just feels so weird. And yeah, now that's going to be interesting. We will see arena, free pick of hidden civilization. What would you go for, guys? That's I really don't know. Please in the chat. Right, what would you go for if you had hidden pick free civilization on arena? Is it still Aztecs? Or is there something new that I'm missing? Can't be Indians. Maybe. I'm a big fan of Portuguese, but probably not anymore. Interesting. Guys, write something down. I'm curious. Burmese. Well, Burmese, I believe Rambis aren't that bad. And Hmong takes are half the cost, right? Or blind counter Burmese with Berbers. How good are Berbers against Aztecs? Spanish? No, I don't think Spanish are good. Skipper Joe. Vikings, yeah, probably. Malay and Siege Tower Rush. Okay guys, so we will have map number 5 for sure. And yeah, go for the straw poll for next game. What do you want to see ACM against HappyHappy in game number 5? And let's see, what do I want to vote for? I'm a Gold Rush fan. I will just go for Gold Rush. Or maybe we can do more. I only want to go for Gold Rush. Vote! Why can't I vote? What's going on here? Weird. No crazy map. Crazy maps will be for game number 7. Let me see if I can vote again here. Gold Rush. I'm not a robot. Okay, now I voted. Okay. Okay, so at the moment we see Gold Rush in the lead, Rivers, Ghost Lake, Took Eternal Aces, Archipelago, Mongolia, Islands, Scandinavia and Continental without a single vote. What did Reaper say? Rip. Okay guys, then I would say let's jump into Arena and get entertained for the first 14 minutes of this game. And civilization choices that actually, if we were somewhat clever, should have predicted. Because it is... I was playing with their favorite civilization in the teams. Aztecs for ACCM and Mayans for CL. I said I voted for Ghost Lake. Well, that's why you are getting banned, right? Why play Mirror in Arena? It's not Mirror. Oh. Okay, so let's see how ACCM will play this out against CL, who we are kind of expecting to go for defensive castle again and some plumes. And Melee would indeed be interesting. I think Melee and maybe like Siege Tower or Archer Rush or something. Could be so sweet. I think that's what I would play. Oh, Dracont in the house. Okay. Dracont, give us some intel. They picked civilizations, yes. Who has the advantage? And how does the Civ with the least or disadvantage win this one? I feel Mayans have the disadvantage and they can win if they defend the Monk Rush pretty well, if they have the castle up here and kind of out-counter if ACCM is going FI or not, and can maybe get some snipes with the plumed archers against the monks. But still pretty tricky. Oh, what am I hearing? Oh, eagles! And ACCM! The first hit against them. And now needs to run away. Therefore, CL can push his deer quite nicely. Dracon, what would you have picked? And yeah, I wouldn't call them stupid. I would have called them wise that they picked a civilization that they're comfortable with. I prefer Mayans there, to be honest, but it's very close matchup. Mayan has more options. How to play Aztecs is pretty straightforward. Yeah, kind of agree. Aztecs, kind of obvious Monk Rush coming up. Maybe you could go for some eagles, and I really like the option of the siege tower now on Arena. Makes it so much more viable. Can just run around, some damage with them, and yeah, we don't see that like one-dimensional play all the time. Can do some sneak arounds. That's beautiful. Obviously, every other map has this as an option, but not Arena. Thing is, Maya clearly isn't top 3 in Arena now. Top 3 are Malay, by far the strongest, and then Burmese Aztecs. Okay, interesting. Malay by far the strongest. Okay, oh, those villagers, and oh, microed back in the last moment. I don't like how he's microing his woodline here, ACCM. Yeah, a bit better with that. What can Malay do versus Mayans? Scrums. And the tech tree is great for 1v1 arena. Okay, let's take a look at that then. Malay. Do they have all the monk tags? They have. Favor's not too important, I believe. Crampets are sweet. And, well, harbors aren't too important. Okay. Are the best boom in arena. That's sweet. Karambit Onager. That sounds like an interesting game. Well, guys, if you like Arena and want to see more of what's the best civilization, Masters of Arena 5 is coming your way pretty soon. We have not the greatest signups ever, but I would say 3 out of the... or let's make it a bit more open, like 15 of the best 50 players have signed up. So it's reasonably packed, I would say. I believe the prize pool isn't that high, but normally that will get a bit higher later on. And a lot of people are super excited for this tournament. Obviously, Master of Arena 3 was one of the most entertaining tournaments we ever had. 4 on gold here. Malay is probably the most underrated new civ. I'm surprised that in KOTD round of 32 and 16, Malay was picked quite often. And then in round of 8 and round of 4, it's picked basically never. And not even made it into the top 14, I believe twice or something. '16 to the 50s. Well, technically that could be an option, yeah. It's so funny how, like, if you say, like, how good are you? And if someone asks me, like, how good are you? I say, like, okay, I'm, like, top 50 of the world. And what this kind of implies is, like, I could be between the best player and the 50th best player. But, like, if you ask the wife, I would never say, oh, I'm top 50 in the world, which is technically correct as well. But it basically always means, like, okay, I'm around the 50th best. It's kind of weird to phrase it like that. And only 2 on stone. I'm confused. Don't you need to have more? I always do 3 plus 2 on stone there. That's weird. Elephants are sweet as well. I'll probably need to buy another 100 food. A bit of a terror ability again. On only 4 on stone. I believe you need 5, right? Oh, there, the 5th one is coming. And this still... maybe top 50 Germany. Well, maybe. I'm trying to get there. Obviously, since yesterday, 3 people overtook me. So now I'm probably top 53. Top 1 German in our hearts. I believe Shine is number 1. Then I'm second. Ah, damn it. Oh, looking so much forward to spending a lot of time with Shine. Spending roughly a week over Sebastian at his. We'll play a lot. Probably not so much Age of Empires, sadly. Why must there be so many Germans? I'm confused as well, guys. How they're all crawling out of their nests. And is that a fight ACCM wants to take? Now Eagle versus Eagle with villager support. Is he building another one? 30 HP, the other one. Ooh, I believe ACCM is winning this. It's so close, maybe double kill. It's a double kill. And that's, I believe, good for ACM, because he kind of knows what CL is going for, and CL, well, he kind of is expecting what ACM is going for because he saw 1, maybe 2 aggressive villagers here. But, Matching now for CL, Monastery. I'm not sure if you really want to go for Monastery first. I believe the siege workshop makes a bit more sense, right? Just put under pressure. Okay, what does ACM see? He instantly sees the castle. That's an interesting outpost. Just like the most obvious spot, and CL built it directly in the middle to defend. And I'm not sure if I like this, honestly. Like, you don't have any valuable resources at the right hand side. You could wall off all this. Don't you want to build your castle closer to your goals? Or if ACM is going for the Monkers on the left hand side, I believe he's in a pretty good spot. Huh. Double monastery. ACM is playing this with 4 farms and 4 on berries. So not playing this completely all in. And I don't like that he's, well, yeah, that's reasonable, okay. Rip outpost. And CL's going for monastery as well. Interesting. Can you send monks into a siege tower? Not sure about that. Okay, let's see what they have in store for us here. At the moment, I feel like I'm pretty motivated to play Polaris series as well. Guys, did you know? Oh no, that was, I believe at that time it was still called Steel Series. Steel. Is it Steel Series? Or Steel Series Challenge or something? Oh, that will be 2 converts. Oh, sweet start here for ACM. Okay, and getting some damage done. So that's good. Not 100% sure what they were trying to achieve. And I don't think that the defense upgrade really makes a lot of sense for those. Huh. Steel Series best of 5, yeah. The last Steel Series best of 5 I played, I lost against Arma. And the second last Steel Series I played, I won against MBL. Which I completely forgot, but like, oh, getting 1 monk snipe. Let's take a look. Can he get a second one? Looks like yes. Get something done against there. And now he's in. Not sure if ACM wants to close this though. That's 1 monk now going back, and that was horrible for ACCM. I believe he lost 3 units, killed 1. And now CL is chasing down. And those were a lot of valuable monks. Oh, the grassed out. Oh god, it's James. Trying to fail over on multiple streets, it seems. The guy with the most blocked pyramids in history of the Viper stream coming over and trying his luck here. And trust me, it's even tougher here. Yeah, trying to stay active, trying to get monk per monk here. At the moment, I will leave CL in a bit of a better spot. Let's take a look. Oh, still only 1 TC for CL though, and ACM, he did add a lot of farms, so we'll have a reasonable imp check as well. What will those plumed archers do? Trying to run around, maybe intercept a monk or something. But actually, won't see anything. And ACM is turning back. Oh, seems like he wants to get redemption. CL built his monastery to only build 1 monk. And then went back. Redemption coming now. And there's some damage done against those rams. And now going back though. Oh, there will be a lot of converts. I believe that could be juicy for him. I think, okay, we got 1 convert. Only 1 convert? A lot of monks still with monk juice. Redemption still didn't finish. Plumed Archer's trying to run around again. Let's take a look. Mangnal, can he get a shot off into his own eagles? Yes, he can. And oh, that's just so bad for ACM at the moment. Well, he gets another convert, so that's good. One monk goes down though, and now CL just killing one by one, and he's playing this so much more efficient. ACM not getting the converts done here, it seems. And military count at the moment, pretty brutal. Oh, that's a good Mangnal shot. Lots of low HP. Oh, and that could be the clear up now by ACM. It is not. Oh god, that's so tricky, and is an option to just run here. ACM, well, he gets 2 more kills. Ooh. Okay. CL, 600 food, 600 gold, and not building villagers, but building a second TC? That's weird. Okay, he is building the villagers. Okay, so just floating a lot of resources, as it seems. Mangnals, together with some rams, some plumed archers, and some Aztec monks going here over to the side. Let's take a look at the resources of ACM. He has quite a bit of food. Now going for favor. I'm not sure why people are going onto favor lately so often. And maybe they think, okay, finally it's one of the kingdoms, I can research it and it actually affects something. But I still feel like that mod increase on the monk speed there is the most important thing. Mangnal shot could be pretty important here. Double Mangnals for ACM, would love to see him have... Oh, pattered around. But he needs 2 patterns. Oh, that's an interesting choice here by TL to not defend. Oh, second pattern coming over. Let's take a look at the resources for ACM. Very open here. Does he see anything? He's sending villagers out. Is he on stone? Yeah, he is on stone, so he wants to build it. That's actually good for him. He could see that now. At the same time, he's pushing forward. Did get some hits against him. Plumed archers are in here. Should split off. Indeed, they are. Some are getting in. Some are going up there. At the same time, ACM is getting some converts in, but the Mangnal is in range of the TC. The TC might fall off CL, but those plumed archers will do some damage, and at the moment there's no answer. Some villagers on the outside are going down, and those villagers are in a horrible shape here. CL in a beautiful spot if he can get something done. He's now switching on to barracks. The TC will die for sure, but ACM's eco in a lot of trouble. Luckily he got the second TC up, should send most of his villagers over. Still has another gold spot here in the south, and now he's going too far in the TC. Mr. ACM here losing some plumed archers, maybe losing his Mangnals. Get some sweet shots off. Okay, we can agree on that, but those are way too close. Exchanging some villager kills here, but okay, defensive tower now. Interesting stuff, but Mangnals going down, that's just too bad. Maybe should have went more to the left hand side. Can he get some more villager kills at the moment? ACM still with the advantage when it comes to the villager count. Is getting some more hits off, but CL now with double castle, I believe he should be somewhat fine, especially because his raid is still continuing, and oh god, he could have gotten all those villagers there. Would have been too sweet for him. Monks still very active, but well, he only got 6 converts this game. Are you for real? Not a lot. And now the monks are very exposed. Plumed archers coming over. The castle is helping out as well. And eagles could maybe clear this up now, not getting a lot of converts done. At the same time, yeah, we get some converts over here, but that doesn't look too great. 1, 2 plumed archers converted, and yeah, all the monks are dying here in exchange. Okay, he got to clear up here. Very scrappy game. ACM 2 villagers behind. And military count is pretty even still. That's a lot of monks. That could have helped out, but they won't do much against 2 castles up. Can we maybe see a quicker rush to Imperial Age for him? Let's try to figure out what his ego looks like, and that's not a lot of farms and 200 food. Probably that's not going to happen then. On the other side we have 300 food, 600 gold, and yeah, some more farms working for sure. Wow, looks good for CL if you ask me. Let's take a look. Oh, from the archers trying to chase down. They can one-shot a monk here as it seems. That's 2 converts, but most of the monks now out of monk juice. Let's take a look. Seems like all the monks will go down. Can you get some more converts done? I think converting the house wasn't the right prioritization here. Maybe we should have gone for more plumed archers, and they are now chasing down the monks. More monks coming to help them out though. Ah, lots of losses. Look at that KD. 62 to 30, and that includes 14 converts. So ACM efficiently only killed 16 units all game long here, and yeah, that seems to be only increasing so far. And look at that, sniping monk after monk. Yeah, he's trying to get some heals done. Maybe the mangonel shot can turn something around. It is a pretty big miss. Thought it could have been a good shot, but well, slowly but surely it is a clear up. Same villager amount, but CL will soon get onto him. And then once he gets bracers, he is in such a good spot against the monks if they don't have block printing to counter that. They're just so much more efficient, more damage output, so much more mobile. Or like, not because they're in, but well, just a general arm, very mobile, and can even go for some, oh god, converting another house, can go for some traps, clear up all the space. And funnily enough, ACM only has 3 relics, although he saw the other 2. That's a big mistake if you ask me.
Okay.
He's looking at 200 food, 200 gold, now trying to get his eco somewhat rolling, has enough stone to click up, to build a castle, my bad, sorry. And yeah, the question still stands. Is that really the most important thing? You're not imp. Another snipe, double mangonel. Again, no ground attack. And he can just run away and is super safe. He knows that he got this game in the pocket if ACM is not clicking up within the next 2-3 minutes himself. Now sending a lot of villagers over to the side. Probably building a forward castle over here. But yeah, it most likely will go up. Oh, let's take a look. Oh god, that could be a lot of plumed archers lost there. Oh god, why aren't the Mang not shooting at all? That's horrible. Okay, so 1 plumed archer died, 1 converted. And ACM might bring this one back quite okay-ish, I would say. But yeah, even switching on to Eagle Warriors. And building another defensive castle here. He is super safe from all attacks. Still dancing around, trying to buy himself some more time. He's completely fine. If this plumed archer army goes down, but he's getting his castle up, he's super fine. Oh, this castle could die. This castle could instantly die. Okay, no. Okay. Mangonel shot. And trying to switch around there and deleted the mangonel. Pretty sweet job here by CL. And ACM in a world of trouble. 600 food. 800 gold for him though. But CL's eco, just so much better. The final time will be 18 GMT. That's in 4.5 hours. And I believe the M timing for CL ACM could resign. Not sure if he will resign, but I think it will only be reasonable. Although he's getting quite nicely ahead when it comes to villagers, having 40 Cs already. Converting plumed archers over and over again. Now up to 22 converts. But yeah, that push won't really happen. And ACM is continuing it. Feels like, okay, I still have 3 relics, I have some mangonels out, I can still go for eagles myself, and I have a lot of map control. So yeah, I can see why he's continuing to play this, but oh, let's take a look here. Mangonel shot, and that's the second time that those plumed archers are passing. Oh, that's a sweet one-shot kill. No converts. 3 monks with full monk juice. Mangonel still didn't get a single shot off. How is this happening? Oh god, what a beautiful micro here by HappyHappy. What a beautiful micro. And that was 3 monks, 1 plumed archer, and a Mangonel against 4 plumed archers, and he got everything. Just beautiful. Oh, those monks are pretty close here. Yeah, I shouldn't overbuild traps. It will kill the castle anyways. And now the Eagle Warriors are coming. Still no elite Eagle Warriors though. Take a look. Converts are still possible. We have only 1 with monk juice left pretty soon though. And he's even clicking that one back. ACCM, what is he going for at the moment? Only now adding some barracks. I believe going for block printing could be a nice option. Actually, oh, T-Rock 3, okay, I can see that as well. And that would be ugly for him. Lots of monks actually still in his monasteries. Now going for block printing. It's all good. Now going for Eagle Warriors, and this is still somewhat of an open game, I would say. ACCM nicely ahead when it comes to the villager amount. He has still the map control. He is walling the rest of the map. He has 4-0 relics, and I believe that's a gold spot of ACL as well. So, interesting. ACCM maybe do this. Oh, he will lose his Mangonels. Doing some damage here, but won't get a single kill. And he will get some kills against that gold spot. Now going for Eagle Warriors himself. Okay. But losing that monastery kind of hurts. Still no elite Eagle Warriors. And let's take a look. Is ACCM still on stone? Yeah, he's building a defensive castle, so Garland Wars is an option for him in the long run. Trying to save 1 relic, but that won't be in time. Let's take a look. We need to see the best converts ever. ACCM has a vision. He can actually start the converts now. But it seems like he just wants to fall back and get onto elite Eagle Warriors himself. I believe some converts won't hurt. Is he trying to rush into there? Can he get all monks in? Seems like... Oh god, he's keeping the doors open. But CL isn't going for it. Interesting. Converts of 1 low HP and 1 high HP. Eagle Warrior. Now going from the front, and it's elite Eagle Warriors against Eagle Warriors. Better upgrades for CL, but yeah, big important tech is still for ACCM, and this could be an interesting engagement. 20 villages ahead. This ACCM military count pretty even for both. Let's take a look if we can get enough converts. It doesn't look like it for now, but it seems like the Warriors at the front are doing massive damage. The monks obviously very beefy with his 70 HP, and this looks like ACCM can hold this. Maybe can clear up all those traps and can get all his relics back, and that looks pretty sweet suddenly for ACCM. Why did CL not check elite Eagle Warriors? Did he not know that he needs to tag elite Eagle Warriors? Did he think, okay, I did a tag there and that's enough? Or is his Chico maybe just too weak? Picking up 3 of the relics. Where's the monastery? Pretty far in the back. Elite Eagle Warrior finally for CL here. And then we can see a bit more even fights. That relic still not picked, and that's surprising because CL should actually see that one as well. Yeah, and he has a monastery here, so I'm a bit surprised by that. Yeah, Jaguars adding is tough. Well, he has a castle, but I believe if he just goes for eagles, he's pretty fine as well. He's still behind 1 upgrade now. Oh, monk was trying to go and tiptoe into the water. Now trying to go for some quick walls behind here. Eagle Warriors, are they getting in? Oh, trying to see. Pretty intense game here. ACM still heavily behind when it comes to the points. That seems to be somewhat of an inflation of the monk rush. Missing. Oh god, the monks are exposed at the moment. Losing all the monks here. Pretty ugly for him. Now trying to open this area that he just tried to wall. Cannot save those monks and cannot really do the damage against the Eagle Warriors. That's a big misstep here by ACM. And that was pretty intense when it came to all the gold. Still getting gold over here, and that's a bit as well. And CL at the same time, he's trying to expand, and if ACM is controlling this area, he's in a fine position. Garland Wars will finish pretty soon. Not 100% sure why ACM... Oh, we actually finished earlier than we thought. So that's already +6, and that's a pretty good fight here. So much damage output here for ACM. He's blocking that goes, but those traps need to fall back as well. Military count now, 37 to 23. Pretty sweet stuff for ACM, who's now getting inside and can maybe get some raids in against the gold here. And those monks still very active. Can still heal, can get some converts done. El Dorado now for CL. Let's take a look. The raid into the woodline here seems to be the preferred thing for ACM for now. I believe just focusing on the gold could be even more important. Force Relic trying to be sent home again. ACM, he's in full control. Going for the late heavy blow, but well, he never had the biggest food eco anyway, so there are scenarios where it's more hurtful for you. And that's a lot of villagers going down. Look at that. ACM now 30 villagers in the lead, going for Arson. That trap is finishing that TC off, and that's the last gold that CL has. Same time, ACM still has some over here. We'll get in some here, but that's not a lot left. And ACM in full control. Still needs Blast Furnace though. At the moment he's +6, attack could go for +8. Aggressive Kasi by ACM, not sure. Didn't he see that CL still had some traps left? Seems like he didn't. Blast Furnace coming, and oh, got another convert. I'm not sure if I like that caster here, honestly. I think Jay should have won this in Imp if he played more aggressive. Well, I think he just missed the Elite Eagle Warrior upgrade for way too long and fought Eagle Warriors against Elite Eagle Warriors. That really didn't work out too well for him. Now handcard, gold chef mining, and final Blast Furnace. And then the age-long question, what's better, Garland Wars or El Dorado? I believe most people agreed on El Dorado is the better upgrade here. But, well, 5 monks in the back, can always heal, can always get some converts in. The castle of CL is going down, and remember guys, it's still 4 to 0 relics. Castle count isn't too important, but gold amount, roughly 900 gold left only, plus obviously the Mayans bonus. Population difference is enormous, look at that, pop 160 against pop 90. And now even focusing down on those walls, trying to go for some. The monks are around, and he is trying to get some long distance converts. Let's take a look. Getting some villagers, I believe. That's not the most important thing. Now the Eagles are rushing in. Could this be the game deciding fight? I believe so. ACM could maybe finish this off. Military count is 20 ahead for him. Now even Jaguars from the long distance coming in. Monks from the long distance getting the converts in as well. All the Eagles are getting cleared up from CL. ACM is taking this and taking the 2-2 here. CL needs to tap out any second. Military count non-existent for him. G to the G. ACCM. After so many failed attacks over here, but then his 4 TCs really got him back. Then he lost some monks, but still CL couldn't really get the damage done. Places with a lower eco had some more upgrades, but not the important ones if you ask me. And then ACM with all the red gold, did sit back, took one beautiful fight, and I believe then was in a pretty good spot because CL wasn't able to do the damage after ACM failed his attack over here. Maybe 3 castles and then not going plumes was not the right decision here. And that's what I said earlier with that castle over here. Don't you want it over here maybe? Okay, let's take a look at the achievements. 35 converts in the end. $3.6. ACM had fights. CL didn't. Okay, then let's take a last look at the map. It looks like Gold Rush will be the winner here. 45% of all the votes. And if you still want to vote, it's still open. It's Gold Rush, Rivers, Ghost Lake, Yucatan, Oasis, Archipelago, Mongolia, Islands, Scandinavia, or Continental as your options. And they're launching, so it seems like it will be Aztecs. And small prediction by me, HappyHappy will pick Malians again. Vikings would be so sweet. The Zergs are shit. You're saying that to the guy who just bought you the sub. Ah. Okay, poll for game number 7. Something that we can do a bit later. There we have special maps. Quite interesting. We'll talk about them later. Gold Rush is awful. Why? Why do you think this is awful? Such an entertaining map. Not the fairest, but always creates aggressive games. What happened with Tuesday's stream? I need to finish something for work and couldn't do it. And then Wednesday I couldn't do it as well. Yesterday I felt pretty bad. So yeah, missed 2 streams this week. Sorry for that, guys, but sadly need to focus on some work related stuff, which I really hate, but won't be for long anymore. Which channel has the Berserker emote? The brothers, Malco or Timothy. Oh god. Robert doesn't know that he needs to space. Your facial hair grows at an impressive rate. I shaved this morning. Yeah. God, Age of Empires closes. That's the first time for me ever. A lot of people had that problem. Okay, guys. And interesting civilizations. Something I didn't expect, because we are seeing Aztecs and Mayans. But Mayans by ACCM and Aztecs by CL. Interesting. So I believe HappyHappy didn't pick a single Warlord Kingdom civilization today. We only played, I believe, Mayans 3 times, Aztecs once, and Chinese once. On the other side, we have twice Aztecs, once Malians for ICM, Persians, and Italians. So, yeah, 1 out of 10 civilizations from from the expansions after AOC. So for everyone who doesn't like Gold Rush, give it a shot, because we are fighting for this enormous amount of gold here in the middle and on the hill. Everyone has small tiles of gold to start with, but very exposed for both players. Look at that. ACM having them very fun on the outside. CL, one very close, but the other one kind of open as well. Has a nice defensive map when it comes to the rest though. And yeah, keep scouting for stone, but have to remember he's Aztecs, not Mayans. I like watching SC2 players only play 1 race. Well, like, oh, boss steal. We're missing that, but I will talk about that a bit later. And oh, looks like a successful one here. You see, yeah, and funny, like, because we see CL pushing deer in the meanwhile, and that's a good start for ACM. I believe Polaris series does not allow any restarts. Don't stream to entertain, stream to belittle people. No. Oh, VHP here. To be, oh god, oh, he's losing the eagle. I saw it coming. Aye. That wasn't great. And now that's another age-old question. What's better? Losing the eagle or getting the boar? And why is he setting that stump? That's dumb, honestly. Look at that. He has a combined of 500 foot to the left and is already going for the 3rd boar. Because he doesn't want to get its stone back. But, honestly, no. Oh god. But, well, maybe just thought, okay, I will never lure it in the first try anyways. So maybe send the villager early on. CL still pushing some deer. Let's take a look. Only 2 sawfish here. So I won't really dock there. But I don't expect him to go for docks anyways. Oh, seems like a trash, or is he maybe just building 1 single militia and try to go for a wolf rush? What is that one doing? Trying to find more sheep? No, he has all sheep. Is that for a second lumber camp? He trying to find deer that he already found? He has both gold spots as well. Has 1 stone spot. And, well, he found a 2nd stone spot. Okay. Maybe just wants to go for walls. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay, so defensive stone for him, and those are... yeah, it will just be a wolf rush. I honestly think wolf rush is one of the most overrated things ever. Because you build a barracks, you build a militia, and then most of the time you will have to delete the militia, just run into his TC, and he will have an idle time of 10 seconds to kill all the wolves. It's a stylish move, but it's completely overrated. But, well, T90 got popular with casting things like those, right? So, Maybe we could just go like, oh, greatest woo 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 of all time! Nearly woo in the chat! But no. Okay, CL. 3 on gold. Is that archers? Oh, he got 1 wolf. And now he's fighting the wolf even. Oh god. Oh god. That didn't work out. Okay. Well, maybe just want to... Maybe it's simply for a scout off. That would make some sense to me. Okay, the eagle is inside now. It open still. Now he scouts the... Gold. Oh, quick walls here by CL. Oh, and he gets the walls done, but actually it's only 1 militia. And I believe CL will be very scared of a potential forward. Because those were early. And only now going for Lou. That's pretty late for CL. What is he playing? Is he following this up with an FC? He's going for eagles now. And, well, he's putting in aggressive tower. Okay, so he's forwarding. Interesting. Eagles into forward after having 8 villagers on berries. I only just found Nilly stream. Shame on you! But also, welcome. And that's still open. Look at that ACM. He thought he was this. So weird. We could have seen like 4 M&A already running in. What is he trying to speedwall here as well? What are we witnessing, guys? So weird. Now blocking the villagers here. This is such a horrible game. So shaky all around. Okay, now finally he's going for the walls. And yeah, the tower will go up for sure. And then he's out of gold. But shouldn't be the biggest problem. He can just build the defensive castle here, kill the tower, and get back onto the gold. He has enough gold anyways. Oh, he's building a defensive tower. That's nice. Nice move. Did he see? No, he cannot see the villagers. And now he could go. Now he could go for the monk, for the wolf rush, because now 4 wolves over here would make sense. And rushing a lot of villagers over here. Going for town watch. Not needed to spot that tower, but I can see the reasoning behind that. And going for fletching as well. He is defending that in feudal age, as it seems. Abandoning his FC. Microing some villagers back, summon the tower. Oh, low HP one actually standing next to it. And where's the wolf? The wolf rush! 290 woo! Actually, that helps out now. Because he wants to kill the wolves at the same time the tower of ACCM is doing the damage. It all worked out, guys! Delayed wolf rush. Now getting that eagle as well. Looks solid for ACCM so far. Yeah, he needs to still heavily go into farms, it seems. And is that walled? I believe that's still open then. And another tower. But we'll be in range of both of the other towers. I don't see that one really getting up. Oh, he's sending a lot of villagers forward. Oh, and he actually built some eagles himself. So let's take a look, some quick walls, and they don't get finished. So one villager is going down for sure. Quite a nice job done so far here. And getting this tower up. This looks pretty good for ACCM, I have to say. And that's 2 more villagers down, maybe even 3. Where are the eagles of CL? Trying to find some damage over here. And that's a beautiful start so far by ACCM. Let's take a look at his resources. 200 food, no gold. On the other side, well, CL can click up pretty soon. And let's take a look. Oh. What is ACCM doing? Just focusing on the villagers. That's what it looks like. Doesn't want to take the fight. Mike throwing back a little bit. and then probably just falls back to his towers. Now buying some food is CL. ACM is going back and actually did the defense upgrade on those eagles. That's interesting. Oh. And CL. Oh, hey, he was just waiting for the second building as it seems. And now going for gold. And that's not too bad, I believe, with that. Those gold spots. Just going mass eagles with Aztecs. I think it's a reasonable choice. Because just sitting back with plumed archers and defend, you will not really get a lot of map control. And in the end, you need to fight for that gold. So I don't think ACL is in such a bad spot here. ACM on the other side. Well, let's take a look. He is at only 150 food and continues to build eagle warriors. I'm not sure if they will do any damage. Huh. Interesting house. Yeah, he wants to build a castle over here. That's why he deleted those house, the house and is now building it on the other side. Pretty late castle age time for sure. I believe he will be solid 4 minutes later. Oh, and oh god, yeah, I was sending 2 villagers forward. T90 woo! Taking care of one, and the eagles taking care of another one. That's an interesting choice. Obviously wants to build an aggressive siege workshop here, and that feels like a drop to me. Oh. Oh, talking about dialects. Drop. Seems like it. What a predictive tower by ACM. Typical stream sniping signs. Oh, disagreed. So there's enough stone to go for even 2 castles here, it seems. China banned internet? Not really. I just hate one country. Yeah. My favorite fighting game, Dive Kick, always had sentences after you lose or win, and yeah, after you lose a game, it just says like one of those sentences says, "Why not hate the player and the game?" You can, if you can hate both, go for it. Happy dropped. Feels bad, man. Ah, Reaper trying to trigger me. Well, I never felt that, so sorry. Not trigger me, trying to motivate me. Okay. Game was not finished yet. Okay, Naniwu taking care of that one. That's pretty sweet for a long game even. ACM buying some stone for himself, some food for himself. Clearing that one up, and yeah, KD pretty brutal in favor of ACM, who I believe should have sold some more stone. Just sell 200 stone, buy a bit of food as well, and then click up. Because now he is up a solid 3 minutes later. And that will be a lot of eagle warriors. Let's take a look where he needs to build his siege workshop. And that's a drop. So let's take a look at how they're looking at the moment. KD obviously pretty fortunate for ACCM, and villager count pretty good for him as well. But remember, he will lose like 5 to 6 villagers while getting up. And Yeah, therefore he is like 2 or 3 ahead, but has enough stone, will be defensive, and Eagle Warrior count should equal out quite a bit as well. There's no free internet in China. Well, where do you get free internet? There's multiple times in Germany, so I'm allowed to hate Germans. Well, technically you are allowed to hate anyone, but does it really help you in your life to hate on anything? And no freedom of speech, censoring and stuff. Switzerland is so expensive. Yes, it is. Does it help to hate no one? Yeah, a lot of people say it. It is good to hate no one. How to trigger Nili's chat? Well, political correctness is very important to my chat. So... Okay, after this game we will have Arabia Castle Age start with high resources. I'm pretty sure they have no idea how to play this. Robo hates humans. Oh goddy. Okay, let's take a look and directly jump into game number 5 here. The continuation of the Gold Rush game and how they are pushing. And Siege Workshop is getting up, wall the villager in, military count 925, Eagles still around trying to find some damage, and it's Eagle Warriors for CL, and finally walling that last bit of stone wall off there, and locking the gate. Check look, 760 food in the bank. Where will he build his castle? Pretty interesting decision, like over here could make some sense. Because he already has 3 towers here, right? I can see a reasoning why he wants to build a castle like here. Huh, we will see. Oh, trying to go for the villager. Uphill though, with only Eagle Scouts. Oh, and a ram. That's interesting. Oh, I like this castle spot. No mangonel. Okay. Well, then obviously the castle will go up without any losses. Eco 11 villages advantage for ACCM. Seems like CL really skipped a lot of production there to keep pumping all those eagles. And trades 1 ram against... Oh, he's even focusing down the villager, but only down to 28 HP. And bot can arrow now as well. That's just pretty sweet for ACCM so far. Harass for me is like 2 options. Go straight forward to fuel and rush, or just wall, defend and go get good eco. We're starting in Castle Age, so you might too overthink that. And rushing to feudal, yeah, you need 2 buildings as well. It's interesting. It's 19 PM German time, 18 GMT. We are in winter, so Germany is 1 hour behind the GMT time. Or GMT time is double, right? GM time. Yeah, 14 GMT my time. Oh, that's one of the best. Oh, scheduling in AAC forums is so great. Oh. Now some archers running around, trying to find maybe 1 or 2 kills here. Obviously would love to get the villager, but think he needs to run, although we can maybe chase this down. Let's take a look. CL not running perfectly there. Some lag as it seems. 16 HP, still dodging quite nicely. And 1 HP will get the villager, but 2 plume dodgers very low. Need to run around and maybe can save him. Let's see. Ring around the rollsies. And maybe can get them back safe home. No. I'm watching the stream with breakfast. You're living the dream, mate. Now double ram action. Take a look. University, we still have... I believe we have enough stone left to build another castle. Yeah, 1 tower will fall, but all the eagles will fall as well. I'm not sure if that's a good fight for CL here.
No.
Oh, double A says no, it's not a good fight. And that's another TC up, and the ram died. And look at the military count, guys. Pretty even. No shocker. But villager count is what I really want to say. Now warding that off, and those eagles are trapped. Oh boy, looking very good for ACCM here on a gold rush, and yeah. Oopa, maybe a bit of an overextension, but still gets on kill stun. Maybe needs to micro back that one. Oh, beautiful move here. Me helping out. Would have made the difference though. Eating breakfast too. Oh, so sweet, guys. So nice for you. And yeah, what's the plan for CL here? He's playing this 1 TC all in against a guy who's walled with the defensive castle and stop the first push. Extremely tough. ACM can now take single kills, has ballistics as well. If he isn't running in the biggest mangonel shots ever, I believe this should be pretty safely his game. Gold is running dry, so slowly could be thinking about sending villagers forward. And the question is, where are we building our castle here? You're a big ACCM fan. Maybe needs to build it down. Obviously on the hill would be the greatest thing, but... Oh, are wolves helping out? Where are they going for? Oh, actually attacking the plumed archer. Well, ACCM maybe overstaying a bit, not doing the greatest starter step micro. But yeah, he gets a kill stun, and look at that. At the moment, 8 military count, only for the guy who is 30 villagers behind. ACM in such a beautiful spot. Let's take a look. And he's just going for rams. Now villagers coming out. Maybe if ACM is overextending a bit with his castle, it could get pushed down with all the rams, but... yeah, unlikely scenario. Especially because CL has no vision of those villagers coming over and doesn't actually see the wolves. Why is he not seeing the wolves? That's a bit weird. She's the dead villager? Is that Little Kingdoms? Am I confused, guys? Are you not seeing dead wolves anymore? Oh, that's a beautiful spot for ACM. Oh. Yeah, and he's building the castle in the center of the map, in the center of the hill. And oh, that's a lot of eagles coming over though. He needs to... ACM, well, it will not be enough to lose the game, but that could be loss of all his villagers. But the eagle warrior is still in there. Let's take a look. Well, he still has them kind of split around. Oh, and now the rams are coming over. Can CL maybe turn this around there? A lot of eagles, he's still going quite all in. Villagers dying left and right. And the rams are coming over as well. Could this maybe be the turnaround here for CL? Yeah, villager count is still horrible for him, but he will deny that castle. And ACM was absolutely banking on that one. And Rams not having the best pathing here. CL, let's take a look at his gold. He still has enough, so he can continue with his production. Rams continuing to go forward. Mangonel. Oh, this is interesting. So 2 villagers working. Make that 1 point very low. And he's actually splitting that off. And the Mangonel is not getting single villager. He hurts both, but didn't decide to kill one first. So now still 2 villagers working on that one. Yeah, the ram could actually attack the villager here, but the castle is going up. The castle is going up, and now thumping for ACM, he is going back. And CL, he had a nice timing here, but it feels like ACM can do enough damage, and maybe his castle falls against 3 rams here, but even then he has way too much of an eco advantage. And the nice plumed archer is out. This is the 3-2 for Mr. ACCM, and now he has 2 match points. But pretty crazy settings coming in our way, and I think there he should be the one with the small advantage, I would say. Eco, better for him. That's what we are talking about all game long. CL played it all in after his kind of not too efficient forward, then lost a lot of villagers. ACM did stay calm, did get the eco up, and is now in a beautiful position to take the $50 and the win away from HappyHappy. It could be sad. So is the best Vietnamese player, or is Baekti still ahead of him? Probably Baekti still ahead, but ACM is performing pretty well. Okay guys, if you want to vote for game number 7, you can do that here. And let's take a look what I want to vote for. Double Arabia, Chaos Pit, Decentering Cross, Hideout, Acropolis, El Dorado. I believe I want to see Golden Hill. Oh no, I want to see Double Arabia. How many votes do I have? Lol. Okay. It doesn't really make sense to me. So I'm fine with Golden Hill. I'm fine with El Dorado. Don't want to see Acropolis, not Hideout, not Cross, not Decentering. Decentering is hell. Double Arabia is nice as well. So one of those 3. I'm no robot. Vote. Double Arabia! Okay. That could be interesting. But for now, they are playing Arabia Castle Age start with high resources. $100 Christmas tree biddies. What is hamburger? It's a bun, a patty, a bun, and sometimes you can put some tomatoes on it, some gherkins or cucumbers, different sauces. It's a fast food, very common in the United States, and actually named after a guy who came from Hamburg. Ah, you meant the map. Okay. Well, how should I know? Okay. Then it's a flatland map, and both players are spawning here, and you have one small wood line in the middle, like only thick, like 6 to 4 tiles thick, and everyone is surrounded by water, and then you can expand towards the outside. Yeah. The waters around is very small, and you need to fight in the middle for the woodline first. So it's always tower rushing. It's a very intense game. Quite strategic, but a lot about like build order execution. Cucumber. You can have a cucumber or gherkins. I mean that. $21 GMT hour time. Ah, poor girl. Gherkins. Isn't it called gherkins? Or something like that? Like the pickles? Cucumbers on a hamburger. Isn't that the standard thing that people are taking away from the hamburger on McDonald's? Oh, sudden death on hamburgers must be pain. Oh god. Pickle. I had gherkins in my life. I was quite surprised by that as well. But yeah. Sorry guys. By the way, if you don't know what happened in 2017 and lived under a rock, tune in on Thursday, because we will have the yearly wraparound of Age of Empires 2, or Age of Empires in general, for 2017. With me, Nilly, and Zero Empires in a special edition of Talk of the Empires, next Thursday, 19 GMT. End of the year special. Yeah, special, no guest. Or maybe I will get a guest, but I feel like I want to do it alone, only with Zach this time. Maybe we can get a guest, but think like, what guest could we get that offers more than me and Zach talking about crap? Like, I don't want to like. If I don't want to do like the Viper waste. I want to get Scripter to the show. I want to get Jinapple. I want to get Cision. But they're all people that I want to ask different questions, and not in a like, what had happened in 2017. They don't have more intel than we do. Like, the same, I would say. So, if I get someone, it's more like a talkative random guy like Dave, T90, Bulletin, or something like that. Get someone from YouTube. Well, Zero Empires is on YouTube. Or what do you mean? Get someone from YouTube. What the? Jordan. Well, Jordan is one of the worst to get, because he has no idea what happened. Like, that's seriously. Oh, talkative random guy. And guess who showed up? A talkative random guy. By the way, we need to.
Talkative random guy. F you, Nilla Kappa.
Okay, we need to instantly jump into game number 6, because this obviously starts a bit faster than our normal games. We are seeing interesting civilizations. We are starting Castle Age with high resources. We see Berbers for ACCM instantly starting with the stable, and we see CL with Mayans, and he's starting with a monastery. I would have expected him to instantly build a castle. That's a bit surprising to me. Literally the first thing when I got in. Oh, sorry. Okay, guys, we need to TC. I'm not sure if CL isn't building, or is he building enough army here? Huh. Interesting. And now the one villager castle. Building a wall. Okay. Yeah, T90. If you want to join, you're a randomly enough talkative guy. You fulfill both of the two criteria. So would be lovely to have you around Thursday. to talk about what happened in 2017, what we can await. Talk about Age of Empires 2, Age of Empires 4, Escape Gaming, King of the Desert, Dominance of the Viper, and so on and so on. A lot of stuff happened, and a lot of people are looking forward to quite a bit in 2018 as well. But let's see how long it takes for one villager to finish a castle first. Big stuffy. Oh, debation. One knight going back, the other one going there. Needs only 3 hits for the con. Oh god! But ACM. He needs to. Oh god. That's just such a bad start for him. Going for a lot of relics, and now he probably wants to go on to camel archers here. No HTC for him, and well, we'll see. You can do a Rising Stars of 2017 segment. Well, we will see. I don't want to get like over the 2-hour mark with Talk of the Empires. Zach only wants to do like an hour. So we will have to agree on like 5 big topics or something. So we can really talk about it. Sometimes we just rush through topics when I had like 10 topics for 1.5 hours. So we will see what we will do. But let's talk about that on Thursday. Because now this game is still too interesting. And actually that one villager, she should get a prize of at least 4 pieces of meat. And that wasn't real coughing. And yeah, because she finished a castle on her own. Let's take a look. Eagle Warrior trying to. Oh, he didn't finish her off. And oh god, what am I talking today? Okay, the castle now will get some damage. Enough monks out as well, and I'm not sure how much damage ACM can do. Spanish obviously would have been a nice choice on those settings as well. Golden Grill. Oh. A lot of thought you can put on those settings as well. Is CL only on Miso Challenge? He played Chinese once and won that game. So maybe... Well, he always plays Mayans on Frantic as well, so it kind of makes sense. TL, not with the greatest map vision, pretty much stays at home, that's got some, and look at that map vision of ACM here. Very active, but will now lose a Camel Archer most likely. Maybe even gets 1 or 2 converts against him. Let's take a look. The Scout, not in position. CL actually only got 1 convert off. That's a bit of a misstep here. Could have gotten 2, but still. Pretty beautiful start for him so far. It's pretty safe, did have an early extra TC, and those Camel Archers aren't doing too much. And yeah, Camel Archers probably as a choice against, yeah, potential Spanish picks. I don't really like that mining camp, but obviously it's tough to build a good one on that hilly area. And now already 9 villages ahead, Mr. CL here. So really get into your votes for the last map. 16 military for our Berber player. 13 only, no 14 for our Malian player, who is going quite heavily onto the boom here. And ACM Seiko, not as good, but he's already thinking about relic number 3. We'll get relic number 4 pretty safely as well, and is protecting relic number 5. So maybe that's a sweet advantage for him. Those plumed archers, I'm not really sure how 8 plumed archers will perform against 6 camel archers. Obviously HP bonus, damage output bonus, all on the Berber side. Defense 1-1 as well, same range. So it seems like camel archers perform pretty nicely, but obviously they are way more costly than the super cheap plumed archers. Botkin arrow pretty soon to be in there for CL, and yeah, the eco for ACM still not good enough to go for that. Now relic number 4 as we said, and CL still active with one of his monks. Will work for ice cream in the house and is greeted nicely. Oh, all the lovers here. of the Hippo family. 15 villager advantage. CL now close to doubling the amount, and therefore you really have to think about ACM needs to find some damage here. ACM heavily ahead when it comes to the score. That's quite surprising to me. And CL didn't scout a lot of the map. That's what we said before. Interesting stuff. Largest, they won't find any damage. Or can they? Well, they can maybe do some. Oh, instant reaction by ACCM. No. Oh, beautiful stuff that he saved that one. Even with 10 wood. And ACM trying to get another one. If ACM doesn't win this in the next game, it's GG. Well, he doesn't have to win it, but he needs to do some damage for sure, yeah. And at the moment, he really can't. Unless he runs through TC. Wouldn't be the weirdest option. And, well, ACM probably, oh, he sniped one boar. Will get 1 or 2 villager kills over here. The damage output obviously enormous for him. And probably gets 2 wills. And now, this could be an option to really run through. And that's what he's doing. Wow, that's so sick. I said that would be good because I see everything, but he is going for it. He has a killer instinct, and look at that. Suddenly he's only behind 5 villagers and can get even more. He's not really getting so much damage, and that's a lot of dead villagers here, unprotected close to the TC, and suddenly ACM is 2 villagers ahead. How did that happen? And ACM is on that hill. 3 villagers ahead is his lead. Those Plum Archers did very little. The stone walls are up here, and what a beautiful, very committed move by ACM. If CL had another TC up here, he would do basically nothing and would have lost the game, but he went for it and got the damage done. What a beautiful move, and now can take some engagement here with the hill. And snipe down some more villagers. CL in a world of trouble. Military count is obviously rising quite nicely here for CL, and he's getting some beautiful kills over here, but ACM is going on the other side, and now the dance continues. Let's take a look at the resources of CL. How much gold does he have? Okay, absolutely enough. Now the 5th relic, pretty soon to be going home, and well, that's the strength of the Berbers, right? You can just run through a TC and he can take a lot of fire there. And now the question is, does he want to snipe 1 or 2 Plumed Archers, or maybe move in and try to get 2 more villager kills? The eco is still very scrappy of CL, and it's 2 TCs against 2 TCs, close to even villagers, and then that gets pretty interesting. Monk running around? And oh, can he get maybe one more? We have this one as a low one. He's focusing on another one, and the low one is actually going towards him, but he's sniping down the other one and will get him. Let's take a look. 2 more hits needed. And saved. Terrible decision by CL to run the gold blitz directly to the CC and through the camels. What else could he have done? Put them to the right hand side, then he loses all of them. Then they're safe. He had no other chance. The other option would have been to get a wall off here, but even then, would not have worked. Think he reacted okay. It's just such an untypical decision making by ACM. I think really needs to get a blacksmith up to get +2 attack himself. And the range. Oh, now some monks helping out. But CL trying to microwave from that. Ballistics on the way for CL as well. And the +2 defense. Monk still active. CL. That was pretty sweet by him. Got 2 kills off, only 1 death, and 1 combat against him. That's reasonable. Blacksmith finally for ACCM. Game started in castle with high resources, indeed. Now another raid over here. Take a look, ACM will lose at least 2 villagers. Make that 3, make that 2. Finally, Vodkin arrow for ACM, and who would have thought that this game would go so evenly? After this weird start with 2 different civilizations. And ACM is now taking the high ground over here. ACM cannot run on the right hand side, and that's a lot of damage taken before they can actually get the first shot off. And I believe ACM should wall this off, and indeed he is. But that means, Opa, saving that villager. Beautiful move. House needs to be deleted. 16 HP, actually gets some villagers, but he loses 2 villagers in exchange. That should have not have happened. He trapped all the army and still lost 2 villagers there. He now needs to delete the houses anyways. And I believe deleting all the plumed archers could be a real option. Otherwise he will get 3 converts against him. Could have even gotten 4, but yeah. Surviving with 9 HP there. But gets a nice raid in here in the middle, so super active in that regard. ACM 2 villagers ahead. The question still is, how well are camel archers in the long run against the plumed archers? Both only having 1 castle up. We'll try to go for as many as possible. Obviously plumed archers so much more mobile. ACM now going for the +2 defense. Maybe could even think about going for husbandry as well to help out his cause a bit. Exactly, guys. Remember, all the relics still in favor of ACCM, and ballistics the advantage here for CL. But oh, that could be 4 more converts. Let's take a look. But CL is running away, and I believe ACCM could have just moved in a bit further, then started the converts. Oh, CL, he's doing quite a nice job with the hit and running here. Would love to see some walls here, so that CL cannot get away with all his plumed archers. At the same time, another group coming over, and yeah, just super active. Let's take a look. Can ACM get some converts on? It looks like no, and that could be pretty ugly. Trying to micro over here, and those plumed archers are getting the monk kills. 2 kills already, 3 kills, and now can focus on the villagers. And that's just beautiful here for CL, who is sniping down more camel archers. Who now need to come over here, and military count just a bit better. That knight won't do much, running into the castle. Some monks out here. And finally the university for ACM, trying to catch up with ballistics. CL, take a quick look at his resources, and the fact that he's building a barracks is soon to be up to Imperial Age, and will switch on to Eagle Warriors. Quite interesting against the Berber, who has cheaper cavaliers if he wants to go for that. But obviously Eagle Warriors pretty great against camel archers first. And on the other side, ACM 60 food. Ay ay ay. Tough spot here. And CL just deletes that knight. Oof, that would be interesting. Squires as well, so CL will go full Eagle Warriors. Good choice for ACM to wall the map. Siege Workshop now. Well, that won't be the right answer against Eagle Warriors to come up. Can archers need to fall back now as well, trying to do some stutter step micro, but well, that's not really going to help too much. And still keeping the hill advantage is pretty sweet for him. And he continues to build plumed archers. That's a bit surprising to me. How much is he on stone? He stays on stone. So correct me, but Squires doesn't work for plumed archers, does it? Interesting. Okay, we need the monks around to heal the archers, and we need to think about Imperial Age, but only now adding some not too great farms. Look at that second row, that one isn't in the greatest place. Still, this exposed wood line, and yeah, another raid coming in. Let's take a look. Plumed archers have the hill advantage, snipe 1 villager, and probably will lose 1 life in exchange. Kind of reasonable trade for both there. But ACM will be pretty surprised when he has 60 food and CL is already in the Imperial Age. Ah. Oh, those monks won't have a great day. And sniping down bows there. Oh, and that's a good fight here for CL, although it's just shortly before his imp upgrades are starting to get checked. He's putting another castle here at the front, and that gives a good option to trap down the castle here of ACCM. Interesting, CL is going for chemistry before Bracer. I'm pretty sure that's a bad decision, but what's a good decision is that he just keeps 2 Plumed Archers around to prevent villagers from getting that line, and that's already 3 villagers down, could be 4, and ACM, I'm not surprised that he isn't going more on that side. And, well, Berbers, they still got the janitors. Maybe that has to be the option for ACM here, who has a nice army advantage. Villager advantage is still in his favor as well, but the problem still stands. Attack disadvantage. And how can he deal with the traps that will come out here pretty soon? Except Haskell isn't a good unit versus Imperial Plums. Well, seems like you haven't heard of the Elite War Elephants or Siege Onagers. Ah, good castle unit. Okay, that makes sense. And you still haven't heard of the War Elephant. Okay, ACM now up to Imperial 8 as well. Solid 4 minutes later. But he's doing the pressure against the gold spots. That one is running dry in 1.5k. So, yeah, pressuring there is quite nice for him. Let's take a look. That's not going to work here. Janitors coming around, and they are doing quite a nice amount of buffering here. Where did all the camel archers go? Okay, going over here. But the castle obviously too well placed here. And now, oh god, that's so much damage output. Look at that 9 damage output. And ACM in a lot of trouble. He needs to get more janitors out. He is now onto 3 archery ranges built to defensive castle. He's trying to repair at the front here. Same time, still very active over here. I like that. Still with the goal to block the gold spots. Now all those villagers will kiss around that gold mine. Not the greatest micro there. Oh, and the Plumed Archers, for my taste, going on to the castle a bit early. Wasn't really necessary to snipe down those 2 or 3 villagers there and take some damage in exchange. Now the question will be, how well will janitors deal against the Plumed Archers? I believe the damage output won't be the greatest. Maybe Bracer can help. Oh, that's now pretty exposed here, the mangonel. Let's take a look at CL's gold count. That's the most important thing at the moment, because he isn't getting those 2 spots. And Eagle Warrior, let's take a look. He shouldn't be able to focus down. Okay, that's held. Oh, and that's a ballsy castle. Okay, if this castle goes up, all the food eco is slowed down. He's at least getting Imperial Age. He, in this case, is ACM. Now he's pushing in with all his janitors. Most of his army is still over here blocking the gold spots. At the same time, this castle, it looks like it can go up. No, not a lot of damage output, like we said, as we said before. Mangonels, maybe they can snipe down the villagers, but the Plumed Archers are around. We can see at least some damage, and he's right-clicking the castle. 80%. Mangonel gets another shot off. Can we see ACM focusing the villagers down? No, he is retreating. ACM, is he building more traps? He absolutely needs to. Is now going for chemistry as well. Seems like a very important upgrade to both of them. Some army of ACM is now coming over. CL will probably get 1 or 2 snipes, and he is so good when it comes to Plumed Archer control. It's ridiculous. Where is the monastery of ACM? Look at that, 5 relics just kissing the castle close to it. That's such a weird scenario as well. Now that's a good fight for CL as well. Most of the camel archers will die. Janitors now coming over. They aren't the greatest. I think he still does not have husbandry. The castle of ACCM. I believe both castles will die. And for me that means that's a bit better for ACCM, because does he really need his castle at the moment? Oh, and he isn't willing to commit here. Already has bracers, so at least some damage output. Yeah, and the castle dying indeed. ACM still 14 villagers ahead, military count is dead even, and that monastery still lives as well. So I believe, as I said before, most castles will die. ACM not the greatest map control, but the big problem, CL is now out of gold. Still 2 monks protecting, obviously not the most important thing. We have 1 mangonel and 1 knight around. Maybe you should try to defend that over there. Janitors trying to hold off. It's elite plumed archers now, and that will be tough. The Janitors, I'm not sure how well they perform. Yeah, they're designed as a unit to counter against some archer units, but plumed archers are so good in those cases. He's fighting uphill here. Janitors now coming out 1 by 1. I'm still not sure how this fight is really going, and some Janitors just chilling over here, not doing too much. ACM even getting another castle up. Pretty sweet for him. And military count now gets more and more ahead for CL, who is in good control, and now microing this all down. Military count 30 to 10. I believe CL finally did break ACM, and ACM agrees. He still had the 5 relics, but elite plumed archers. Damn, they are strong. And guys, we are going into the full series in the full best of 7. And yeah, still your chance to vote for the last map. And yeah, multiple votes are allowed. Yeah, 7th game for the win. Achievements. KD, so good here. Nimino in the house. Thank you so much. No bracer, no husbandry. He had bracer.
Go ACCM.
He had bracer. Pretty sure. And no husbandry, yeah. That was maybe a thing. Go ACCM. Well, we will see. He had bracer, right? Let me take a look. Yeah, he had bracer. But CL had waiter. Yeah. So let's take a look. How does the map look like? It seems like you guys weren't as active as I would love to see you voting here, but it seems to be double Arabia. Interesting. Oh, I didn't show that. So it seems to be double Arabia, guys. But you can still influence it if you prefer Acropolis or Chaos Pit over it. I think double Arabia is pretty fine. Obviously love to see El Dorado. Atacama is fine. Golden Hill is a pretty nice map. But double Arabia is something we don't see too often. So I can see why you want to go for that. Okay. Tell me that. Katsuni says will be double Arabia. And now give me some predictions in the chat, guys. Who will win and what will be the civilizations? Will we see the strongest civilizations from AOC, the Huns, or the Chinese, or maybe one of the newer civilizations that I have no idea what would perform well? Maybe Mayans now? With the better eagles and castle age? No, not really. Will be interesting, and I will hear you.
Your Titanic 1v1 moments.
Oh god, I'll read the whole message because it was way too good. 5 things I like about you. Thanks. First, best caster. Questionable. Second, best hype music. Probably, but not a lot of other people do that. Not afraid to experiment with facial hair. Wasn't my idea, but not afraid for sure. Great German efficiency. Your 1v1 Titanic moments. Glad to provide them. I might even have more spots for emotes, to be honest. We didn't update them quite some time. Let me check. So we are now at... I'm not sure how that works. Let me see. Emoticons. Okay, we had 99 subscriber points and 92 subscribers. We need 125, but I have a new spot and I don't have a $25 at the moment. So actually I could add 2 more emotes. Oh, we've got nearly math and nearly high. Oh god, nearly high is so sweet as well. Nearly Porno-Balken. Well, nearly stash won't happen again for quite some time. But I want to have nearly eat as well. Nearly what percentage of your viewers on YouTube are from Germany? 2 months ago it was 20%, now it's 70%. Nearly late? What? Well, that's not an emote that makes I have a lot. Oh god, Robo is so active with all the... Who is lame? MBL, okay. AoE Rip. I'm only subscribed to, like, I believe, like 4 or 5 people. T90. The Viper. Tado. I was to ACCM, not anymore. Because he isn't streaming much. Yeah, that's it. Who are the other guys? Fire. Well, I won't subscribe to Fire. Brothers. Influenza, no. Smarty. Tyrant. Ah, that's Jordan. I'm not sure. I was subscribed to Slam for quite some time as well, but then he stopped streaming for a month and then I didn't feel the hype. And I'm not watching his stream anymore. At one point he had the best stream by quite a good margin, I would say. And then I subscribed for like 3-4 months. But not watching him too much anymore. But you know what I'm watching? 2 players playing against each other. And suddenly Both of them have 2 TCs. What's going on here, guys? This is the 7th map. It is ACCM playing the Indians in the left-hand side corner and in the right-hand side corner. Both of the top. And CL is playing the Huns. So I'm not sure if those are the strongest civilizations. I believe Chinese is still a bit better. At least in Triple Arabia, Chinese have to be a clear choice. We'll see. Slam streaming so much now? Well, probably not at my times. When I'm awake. But yeah, I don't have a lot of time at the moment to watch other streams, sadly. If Double Arabia, I guess ACM, Indian, CL Hunt. Well, that's what everyone can say afterwards, right? What did you win? A clap. That was for you. Okay. Population, I believe, should be a bit better for CL, start-wise. It's just a bit smoother. But I believe Indians just should be so nice. Huh. The villager production should be running from kind of now on. I believe like from 14 villagers on, you shouldn't have any problems. Still very active with both scouts. ACM, that looks like a good start. And I feel like ACM has a good shot. Finding more and more sheep. Already walling quite a bit, and here's a nice defensive spot here. Walls all this off. ACM, he's in a good spot. Guys, I think if ACM wins this one, I might consider signing up for the next Polaris series. Oh wait, it's next weekend, right? Oh, I can't play it. Okay, well then, next year. If ACM wins 4 times in a row, I will beat him early January next year. Okay, obviously it's so ugly to get some boars. And that's a bad lure. Oh god, and the sheep really blocking. Ugly there. And now trying to go for another one here, or is he just going for walls or for another lumber camp? Let's see. Sign up for Master of Arena 5 instead? No. Not interested at all. Not even sure if I want to cast it, but I certainly don't want to play it. And yeah, where's the second boar? Down here. Not scouted yet. And he's keeping both of the scouts together. That's obviously not the greatest choice. What's going on here? Okay, killing one sheep, getting some damage done against the scouts. Well, we will see how this continues, and getting more and more walls up. Hopefully the villager's going to the right hand side, but I think he might wall this village off. Let's take a look. Oh god, this could be so ugly. Oh, this could be the trap. Oh, can he squeeze through? He almost wall him in. No. Okay, the villager's getting through. Oh, he's walling the war off. Oh, oh man. No. Well, that will be surprising to him. And like, he will tell the funniest stories. Like, yeah, I shot the boar twice, and the rest of the people in the TC will say, yeah, and what happened? And yeah, the boar followed me, and then I got here, and well, I don't know where it stayed. And she will, then they will go and investigate, and we'll go over here and ask her like, okay, miss, what happened? Yeah, I got the task to build some palisades, and I built my palisades. And then, yeah, the police will facepalm, and will say, okay. Case closed. Villager, did they get, the 2 scouts, did they get the villager kill? Yeah, no, they get 1 kill. But against a wolf, as it seems. Against a boar over here. Okay, interesting. That war ends before the map border, by the way. What? Okay, villager count. 1 ahead is Mr. CL, and up to the feudal age at the same time. ACM could be clicking up any second here as well. Seems pretty even. And then the question is, what will CL go for? I believe that a halberdier push or a pikeman push is actually a better decision than either going for knights or CA against the Indians, but tough to say. Not the greatest mining camp again. But yeah, we will see a lot of like flaws in the build-up here. It's so tough to play Double Arabia perfectly. Take a look, what are they seeing of each other? And ACM seems like he just wants to go home with his scouts and wants to defend some. At the same time, we have CL not using his second TC at the moment, and therefore falling behind in villages. He was ahead by 1, and suddenly he's behind by 3. Oh, now he continues to go for it. And yeah, he isn't walling at all. ACM trying to wall as much as possible. Let's take a look. Will he finish those walls? He did not finish, and now the 2 scouts with the feudal age upgrade, they will snag at least 1 villager, and the 2 scouts of ACM now coming around, and he will get feudal age as well, and this seems like somewhat of an even trade-off. And yeah, 1 scout will die. Can he get the other one? Yeah, villager survives, and that's 2 scouts against 1 villager. Okay-ish. You don't really need the scouts anymore. You delayed the stables for a bit here. Those walls will go up, and I believe that ACM will be in a better spot. And CL will go for mass knights here, as it seems. Or can we see some archery ranges? Not really. He will click up a bit earlier, but then what can he really go for? Is it triple stable knights, double stable knights? Against a guy who stays on camels only? Huh. Pike push is good, but he's open to go just pikes. Yeah, that's true. I would have loved to see some more walls of him and then probably push. Think Hans isn't the best option if you face either Chinese or Indians or Huns. TL going for all the nice eco upgrades here. I like that a lot. And ACM sees what's up here and didn't scout the second stable yet. And I don't like the amount of farms. Look at that, 8 on farms, or like 8 farms overall, 5 on berries, only 7 farms. Those aren't enough farms. And now adding some, that makes a lot of sense. And ACM, take a look, did he scout both stables? No, only 1. But now we'll scout maybe the added farms? Not really. See, there's a lot of villages on gold. What is this? Oh, pikeman, okay. Okay, walls over here. I actually don't mind stone walls on this map either. And splitting around the scouts could have really helped out as well. Okay, let's take a look how they will try to play this out. Second stable here. And maybe delete that palisade wall and build a monastery could be an option. We will see. Is he getting any upgrades on his scouts? No bloodlines yet. ACM, he is a solid 8 villages ahead. And needs to be super aware, needs to wall at all sides. He's not that heavily on stone. Only those 5 villagers here. Quite surprising to me. And 1 villager who's really long distance hunting here. Oh, TC could get, well, I don't want to say intercepted, but harassed a bit. 2 scouts, 1 spearman, 2 T90 boos in the back, and well, gets, oh, pikeman should go in. That will be 1 dead villager, bloodlines come in, and the uptime from ACM just very late. Look at that, military count 10 to 1 at the moment. And, CL is getting in. ACM in some troubles here for sure. And didn't wall that up. Same time, he isn't committing over here. Where are the camels going? And he's just not producing more. What is going on with ACM? It's completely falling apart at the moment. I'm trying to build some more CL without any upgrades except bloodlines though, so interesting. And CL is breaking in where ACM has his 3 stables, so not the most fortunate spot. If he just broke in here, he could raid all the gold, the wood line, the berries over here, and no chance to defend there with all the camels. And ACM actually closed that off, so pretty sweet for him. Now trying to take an engagement here, but heavily outnumbered. A fight that he can absolutely not take, but still wants to take it, as it seems. Oh, he's going back now. And Monastery coming up, and yeah, seems like CL wants to pressure here. Feels like, okay, I have enough army, I have... Oh, let's take a look, quick walls. I'm getting up. I have enough army, I have the aggression here, and I got some villager kills. So maybe I can go for this, and well, he's doing quite nicely here. Military count still pretty brutally in his favor. 12-5 here, and ACM needs to retreat. Pretty poor game by him so far, letting all those knights in over here really hurt him so much. Just think about it, if it was 20 knights against 12 camels now, it's completely different than the very low numbers and all the lost mining time here for ACCM. At the same time, he is still only on the 2 TCs that he began with. And we see CL has 1 extra TC, so he's up to 3. ACM at the same time 2. But it's just ahead still though. Let's get more and more camels out. Whew, what a tough situation for him. ACM, I believe if we get into the long game, obviously Imperial Camels, no chance for CL to ever counter this in any way. Even Harvarders don't perform too well against the Imperial Camels. And let's take a look. Another one of the better fights here for ACM. Exchanged converts here, and yeah, those monks in the back really doing a great job. But feels now CL doesn't have a lot of army there. Mainly monks at the moment. Now getting pushed down. And yeah, it feels like ACM now in a good spot. Only fighting camels on his own now. Yeah, monks are coming, monks are getting the converts. And now switching on to CA is CL. Villager count is dead even. Military count super low by both here. And I believe that's good for ACCM. As long as he can keep the game, yeah, even. In the long run, his Civ will carry him to the win. But we not only see the switch to CA, but oh, what? Did he delete archery ranges there? Am I confused? I was pretty sure I saw archery ranges here, but actually he's going for pikeman. I'm so confused. Okay, so that means the pikeman push will come. And well, camel's not the greatest counter to pikeman push, so we need to see ACM switching into something of the likes of crossbowman or maybe skirmishes, something like that. And the monastery for CL goes up to 2, and now the raids of the camels are starting. Didn't get a single convert. ACM not going for the potential +3 defense here just yet. Is he seeing the pikemen? No, not really. Takes pikemen out now, not a lot of monks around. And I believe ACM will get some damage done. He continues to raid here. He's clearing that up at the front. Would love to see him send more over. And what is he trying to go for? Trying to snipe down some of the monks. And he's doing some damage. Yeah, the damage output obviously is not that big here. 6+1. But still, that has to be annoying. And if he uses more of that at the moment, that's a beautiful raid. And that's one of the crucial gold spots. CL going for some more gold, stone though. Which is quite interesting because is he trying to go for Targans? Not really an option. ACM did build a 30C. I don't for where. And he's continuing to build this out of 2. He's trying to go for that gold. All makes sense. Now trying to run around. 5 villages behind. Military, he is slightly in favor, which is quite nice for him, because he mainly faces pikemen, which are now moving out. Let's take a look. Is he maybe facing 4 converts? Could be an option. Is now going for bows, upgrades in the mining camp. Camels on the wrong side here, but still we'll get some kills, but also we'll suffer some converts against him. Do we see a switch coming up from ACCM? Not now. Going for iron casting. So triple stable camels. After he sees that his enemy is going pikemen monks, that's quite interesting. Let's take a look at the resources of CL maybe. And okay, could think that Imperial Age timing isn't completely out of the question. Iron casting now finished. Oh, that will be 3 converts if ACCM isn't deleting those. And indeed, 3 converts are pretty ugly for ACCM. Let's fall back a bit more. Oh, actually, he is attacking now, knowing that those monks are completely out of conversions. And now we see some converts here for ACCM. Is he trying to convert a camel or the pikeman? Oh, no matter what, it's a very horrible engagement for him at the moment. Just running back a bit, force, and I'm not really sure what this is all about. I feel like this is such a good fight for CL here. Where's all the military count of ACCM here? Yeah, he still has some camels, but that's so costly against mainly pikemen and all those monks. Not really sure if that was the engagement he wanted to go for. CL now on the way to Imperial Age. Let's take a look. How does it look on the other side for ACCM? He's still producing more and more camels and is going for barracks now. 2 barracks, 2 archery ranges, and he's actually going for pikemen himself. Interesting. Interesting. Pikeman defense here. Huh. Okay, and that looks like another good engagement here for CL. ACCM, even villager count for him. Military, he's producing just, well, very expensive ones. Now going for crossmen. Remember, Indians don't have arbalists, so if it goes to Imperial Age and he's trying to face off against a lot of halberdiers, that's not really going into his favor. ACCM needs to get 200 more stone, and it feels like HappyHappy is in a good spot to maybe take this win. Now trying to rush castle against castle, not 100% sure how this will work out. I believe CL could have won this one, but couldn't know how many villagers ACCM was sending on his castle. Going for more crossbowmen. We don't see Bodkin arrow being researched though. And CL just pushing so nicely, and that's just complete counter. Feels like ACCM was way too stubborn. They're on his camel count. Nice protected eco over here still, but does that really matter, because now we have halberdiers against a guy who's still in castle age. Yeah, halberdiers alone won't do much, but we have the castle, and the trap production will start pretty soon, I assume. Crossbowman, and now a lot of upgrades, but ACCM needs to get to Imperial Age fast now. Ooh. Oh, and those camels at the front, what are they doing? It seems like dying is the answer. Halberdiers, well, with only +2 defense. That's something that ACCM will take, and they're running into the range of the castle here. No, now everything is blocking each other. We need to lead 1 or 2 houses. Still trying to get damage done on the siege workshop at the teams. Quite surprising. 2 rams out. ACCM 10 villagers behind, still with a horrible army composition. In the long run, obviously hand cannoneers and imperial camels would be incredibly good for him. He's now adding an elephant archer, not 100% sure about that. CL even going for light cap. Is he trying to start a raid to the left hand side? No, not even going for his 2 golds. And now fighting against his own camels with all the defense. Not too great was crossbowman. CL switching on to cavaliers now. Oh, what are we witnessing? Okay, I'm trying to go for the repair, but against 2 traps that's already very expensive. Against 3, basically impossible. Just needs to hold out. Maybe wait for conscription to finish and then let his castle go. Maybe the +1 range for the hand cannoneers. I'm not 100% sure. For now, he just stays on crossbowman. And I'm not sure if that's the best option. Crossbowman. Castle gets so many kills, it's ridiculous. CL just very impatient and stays at the aggression there. +2 defense. That kind of indicates that he wants to stay in some units in that form. Oh, and camel raid now goes over to the other side. And he will catch some villagers off guard for sure. Military count is pretty even. Gate, very low on HP here. 2 rams around. I believe he needs to wall some more. That's not going to work out for him. And what is he going for? Let's take a look. Traps going further forward. Villagers blocking each other. This could be open. Not 100% sure. He needs to close this one. And Cavalier's getting in. Oh, but he's walling over the Cavalier? How is that possible? Thanks, HD. Oh, now he's getting through there? Okay, I have no idea what we just saw. Okay, heavy camels now coming out. We see chemistry and the +4 defense. Seems like he only has 1 blacksmith. That's obviously a big problem. Now going for more stables, wants to go for more camels. As he sees, okay, Cavalier seems to be the unit that the hunt player is going for now. Villagers actually doing a beautiful job of blocking all this one. At the same time, 150 villagers for CL. He will have an incredibly good eco. And those camels still not getting the heavy camel upgrade done in time. Obviously it takes so much time. Now a bit less when on World Kingdoms here. Crossbowman and protected here at the time. Needs to focus down on all the halberdiers. Beautiful job doing that. And finally the camel upgrade is close to getting completed. +5 defense now for him. So they will perform quite nicely when fighting 1-to-1. But crossbowman, not the high numbers that he wanted to have. And the raid is coming over here. 40 pop ahead is CL here, and he's pushing so nicely. It feels like the camel switch was just, or the camel production was just too long there in Castle Age for HCM, and he's getting pushed further and further. The pikeman switch could have won the game for CL, who's not trying to run away and has so much map control. Look at that. He's still very active here at the front with his traps. Pushing in the middle. Second castle here. Pikeman production, even getting some raids in against all the wood lines here. It's looking so good for him. We still... OCL even going for paladins here. We desperately need to see him come out. But look at the resources of ACM. Not even combined. 1k resources there in the bank. How can he ever get onto Imperial Camels? So tough for him. Yeah, he still has 110 villagers, but that's 40 less than our player from China. Frantic, HappyHappy, who continues to raid. He is continuing to produce more and more paladins. Hand cannoneers finally for ACCM. Maybe that's an option. Hand cannoneers and the Imperial Camels in front. But at the moment, it doesn't look like it. Now dropping below 100 villagers. ACM was fighting so well. HappyHappy was struggling so much in the middle of the series. ACM had 2 match points, but in the end it feels like HappyHappy can still win this whole series. Traps now gunning down the first TC, or the starting TC here of ACM, which will go down, and then suddenly ACM only down to 3, 4, well, it's still 40C, so that's not the big problem, but the production is not really on point. Now the camels, I believe he should have stayed back a bit longer. If you lose all those camels, there will be no buffer in front of those hand cannoneers. The converts were real, still healing quite a bit, and at the same time military count just dropping for ACCM. This will be horrible. Now needs to retreat TL actually switching. Let's take a look. He doesn't have a single archer range, so that range upgrade is simply for his castles. Interesting. Fletching and just gunning down that castle. This looks like a one game for CL here. Left hand side TC is lost, so that's basically 3 TCs down within 1 or 2 minutes. And Harvard production continues. Military count at the right hand side not that high. Trying to expand a bit, trying even to go for some relics. Would be the second relic picked up here. Now crossmen over will clear up all those halberdiers, but does that really matter? Mining camp will get killed here as well. And Robert TB, thank you so much. You just tuned into the last game of this best of 7 series Polaris series, and it looks pretty good for CL here. Double Arabia, and they having a very well fought series at the moment. 70 pop ahead is our Hans player CL, who is trying to go for some more raids over here. Halberdier still active, and maybe they can even clear up all those crossmen. It seems like yes, and then all those vills are super unprotected. Siege from upgrade even, and ACM probably is only in this game because he thinks he has the better civilization, but does it really matter? A Hans castle push, something we don't see too often, but in this case so efficient, getting so much map control, and I believe ACM will need to tap out pretty soon. 90 pop behind. Wouldn't CA have been a much safer choice for CL? Well, CA don't do too well against all those camels, and that's why I went for halberdiers. As villager push here for CL to end the game. G to the G. Very good game to end the whole series here. And after 2 very disappointing games at the start, we got our patience got rewarded, guys. We got very good other 5 games out of us. Interesting strategy choices, different civilizations, nice versatile settings, and well, not a single water map if I remember correctly. So that's special. But yeah, pretty happy with how that went out here, and always a treat to see the Polaris series. That means CL, Mr. Frantic Happy Happy, will at $50 and will be the reigning King of the Hill champion. Go over to AOC Zone within the next 3-4 days to vote who you want to see him play next. It can't be ACM, I believe it can't be Yo, it can't be Tato, but most of the other people are absolutely up for it. Maybe the Viper will try to join in January as well. I don't get why ACM was stubborn with his unit choice. Well, maybe he scouted the archer ranges here, or just saw the mass stables and felt, okay, camels is the right option, and he felt like, okay, if I can keep my camels and get them onto Imperial camels, I will never be in a bad situation. But the problem was that he lost so many here in mid to late Castle Age that, yeah, that was the big problem for him. And look at that, that's so rare that we've seen in... What is this? I didn't really realize that we had so many converts. That was surprising to me. Well, but still, reasonable KG for a guy that went on to mass halberdiers isn't too often to be seen. Normally they trade off in resources, not in numbers. Okay. Then, guys, it is 2.5